Oh, chat. Are you here today? Can you hear me? Hello, Latent. Hello, Golden. Hello, Vermouth. Hello, Comrade. Got a Minecraft sesh with the GFs. Just gonna leave a lurk. No worries. Do what you gotta do. Hello, Necopupper. Hello, Cobalt. Hello, Pixie. Hello, Knight. Hello, Daniel. It's good to see you here. I hope you're doing well today. Hannah, hello. It is great to hear from you all. Speaking of hearing and other senses, including seeing, well, hello everybody. Thank you for that, Pats. It is great to see you all here. If we haven't met for any reason, I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and thank you very so much. And I make Eurobeat music, the likes of which has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Mataracon, V Shoujo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. Can we get some love in the chat for everyone in chat today, not just the people that are following right now? You're living right now, somehow. Daniel, that is all that anyone could ask. Just take things one day at a time, okay? You're doing amazing. Process every day as much as you need to. Looks like since last we caught up, we have follows from Gullin01, Burak LC0, Tree Popo, DYOS77, Soji Sakata, Bolt the Meerkat, Heartless Hero, Liar Art, Lyre Art, Hirio Kastrova, and Matt Corral 299. Can we get some love in the chat for our new follows and for everyone who's doing a 10 stream streak, a 25 stream streak? Pixie with the 60-month resub. Looks like that was a gift from Shrouded Wolf. Can we get some love in the chat? First to Shrouded Wolf for gifting that sub, and to Pixie, the one, the only, the beloved, for being around to receive that sub for 60 months. Pixie, what do I even gotta say? Thank you so much for being such an integral part of what I do and just how things are. Love you, sis. Latent with 32 months in a row. Can we get some love in the chat for Latent Logic? Please continue to enjoy. You've heard me give this spiel so many times. At least 31 times now. How is everybody? And I see a fancy hydrate. I'm gonna see what I can do because, alright, so I have a drink, and my pinky is out. And I have a straw. There we go. You're doing alright? Good. Getting back up there. Yeah! By the way, has anyone else noticed something a little bit different about me? Something that's a little bit, off-center, as it were. So much more livelier. Is that right? I wonder if it's to do with motion. I gave myself a little bit more room to move. Yeah! You arrived a little bit late. No worries. Yeah, I decided to recalibrate a couple things, and while motion is about the same, articulation and hand motion is about the same, position tracking is a little bit different. I can go all the way this way. Slightly more glowing thing, it's the sunlight. Yeah, a little bit of that. There are other things about it too, but not horribly much. The thing is with the sunlight, and Bulba, physics look fine. Yeah, those are about the same. How's Bunny Odyssey today? I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. It's another warm one, but feels like it got remastered. Is that right? Well, I'm glad that it's that much brighter. Honestly, the most that I've done. My eyes, that sun is bright. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can tone it down a little bit. Here we go. We want color correction. How's this? A little bit better? Or is it still a little bright? Quick bite. Yeah. I've got a little bit of control over this stuff. As a matter of fact, I even have control of the camera. Woo! Woo! And it quite as much, but wait, where does it zoom? That's not too bad. So it's a little hard for me to do much with that zoom. Like, I would need to do, oh, auto follow. Oh, wait a minute. Is it? No, oh, ah. I think it's this one. Oh, it does follow a little bit. Okay. Okay, that's actually kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Let's do a little bit of smoothing and a little bit faster. Ah! If I do this. No, it's still really slow. Maybe it needs to be less smooth? I still think that's pretty cool. I know, I'm having to... Hello, Adora Bunny! Good to see you, I hope you're doing well today. I'm gonna zoom it back out now, though. I'm gonna do, like, right about there. Maybe more like... there. Yeah! Oh, good! Well, I hope that you're doing... that you, keep doing well. Comfy. Yay! Yeah, tuba noise. Pion pion. Weird show of hands. Who was here for last week's streams? That is a pretty intense follow. I might do more like that. Who was here for last week's streams? You don't think you were? You definitely were, Vera. I remember that. You were definitely there, Pixie. So I think y'all missed out because what happened last week was a couple of IRL streams basically in a row. On Wednesday, it was so hot outside that I decided not to stream Pada Pada Dancing. It's really difficult to catch a stream, sadly. I'm so sorry. Next week, it should be able to go right back to the old 2 p.m. time. The 5 p.m. stuff is mostly because I'm trying to avoid catching the peak of the heat here. I was for the bath stream and a bit for beach. Yeah, I remember that. Wait, is it harder for you to catch streams when they're at 2 p.m. Pacific? I might turn up the smooth, actually. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just having a moment with the follow camera. Let's do like there. Arizona's dying right now with 107. Ooh, that's a bad time. That's a bad time. I'm sorry. I hope that you're all doing a little better soon. Enjoying the nonstop rain. Honestly, fair. Please send some our way, please, please. But yeah, so on Wednesday, I decided not to do my Pada Pada stream because, you know, I didn't want to sweat myself into passing out or something. But I was like, you know what? I still want to stream. Viera. Let me take care of you, darling. Ready? Let me get the reverb. Ara ara. Iko da ne. How's that? Oh, I should have zoomed for that. Yeah, you're right. All right, chat. I need you, for this hydrate, I need you to give me a number between 1 and 3. Between and including. Should I zoom in for the ada ada? All right, yeah, let me try it again. Ada ada, iko da ne. A little hard to set it back. First week to be under 3 digits and oh my gosh, that's intense. Vanilla, thank you so much for 5 months of subscribing. Can we get some love in the chat for Vanilla? Please continue to enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Oddities community for getting up to a half a year now on that. Congratulations. Wait a minute. Which layer is it from? Layer 3. Okay, it is on the correct layer. And for that, hi honey. Hi, honey. There's that. And wait, Chorus 63. Isn't that the VR chat user that was in What's it? Make hamburger country. Nice, 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 nice. And a hydrate. So I need that number between and including 1, 2, or 3. I'll be straightforward. 1 is water. 1 is some powdered beverages. And 1 is a White Claw. Because it's one of the coldest drinks that I have. And I'm only having the 1. I'm only having the 1, just to make sure. 3 is the White Claw. 1 is the water. 1... Meow. Oh, who's a good kitten? Who's a good kitty? 3, 3, 3. All right, 3 it is. There we go. White Claw on a stream. Yeah. Yeah, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah, I'm familiar. Cora is an artist now, yeah? Or always has kind of been an artist, if I remember right. Yeah. Me one ow. Oh yeah, nice, 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 nice. It's my understanding that, I forgot what I understood. Never mind. But yeah, how y'all doing? Oh no, I've been having more fun with stuff lately. Oh right, I was talking about, that's quite an entrance, Dawn. Not sure how I feel about your vibe, but hello, hello. But yeah, I was talking about, last week, how, the first stream, the first little IRL stream was just from the tub because I decided to run a cool bath and I'm like, you know what? If I throw on like a swimsuit or something, I could probably just stream this. And it was actually a fantastic time. I had a lot of fun. Watching you in the car, house flooded. Oh my gosh, Groundhog, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope your place will be okay soon. Not sure how I'm doing. Last night I didn't sleep because I was catching a stream, and today I've been useless. I'm sorry to hear that. If you need to get some sleep again, please take care of yourself. Like, I appreciate you popping in for streams, but your sleep is more important. Plus, for those who don't know, by the way, last week and this week, streams are on a later time of day because I've been trying to time it in such a way. Honestly, no, there weren't feet. But it was my torso and up, at least that day. Yeah, I've been trying to stream beforehand. Can't believe you digitally scanned your bunny suit into virtual reality. Hello, Hannah. It's good to see you. And thank you so much for the follow. It's great to have you here. Welcome to the stream. I feel like we've met before, but if we have not, I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matar, Konavi Shoujo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. Let's get some love in the chat for Hannah. Thank you so much for that follow. Yeah, so much BS has happened this week, and I decided to take today off school from school to regroup. That makes a lot of sense. Remember to keep being good to yourself, okay? Just being on 1 bar of signal kind of works perfectly stream times because 9 a.m. AEST rather than 6 a.m. AEST. Yeah. Oh, Fancy Hydrate. Chat. For Fancy Hydrate, 2 or 3? Ah, it's still so cool. It follows me. 2. Okay. That's the powder drinks one. And of course, the fancy thing is pinky out, which I've done. 2.5. Well, we usually round that up to 3, but it's too late now. Yeah, it's too late, baby. Now it's too late. Yeah, no. So Wednesday was the tub stream, which was, despite how it sounds, actually very PG, very say-so. And Friday was a beach stream, which I usually save for September. Hello, Teeter. It was a beach stream, which I usually save for September, but I decided, well, it was already on the list of Audithon rewards, so might as well do one today and do it that day. So I went for it. It was a tub. See what you did there? Is the castle still standing? No. But like most castles we build, whether in the sand or in the sky, it is the way of things. It is one thing to build castles in the sky or castles in the sand. It is another to try to live in them. Watching on data because internet be down for many peeps. Looking good in 480p. Thank you, baby. Hello, Kayhan. Good to see you. But yeah, no, Friday was a lot of fun. Wednesday was a lot of fun. And honestly, I have a kind of weird confession to make about the Wednesday and Friday streams. Something about them, something about those streams, like, clicked something happy in my head that I really appreciate. Also, quick show of hands. Is the background moving too rockily? Or, something more like this? No, it's still really, like, still kind of jagged, isn't it? Maybe zero smooth? Maybe all smooth. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. I feel like a FaceTime call with a group chat. Kinda, yeah. But, what I liked about them... It was that, honestly. Hannah's right on the money. It's not because I think I can rock it so much as it was the first time that I felt confident enough doing so. And I do appreciate all of you for making it easy for me to try that out with you all. That's been something. Hey, I see what you did there, Knight. My eyes are up here, but well, I can't exactly enforce that, can I? But I was so proud of myself for trying that out, even if it didn't end up working out or if someone had a crappy comment. I was so surprised at how mature. This is gonna sound so mean, but I was pleasantly surprised by that too. Like, y'all were very well behaved on both days, so I thank you for that. Because we were ready for a lot of bunk. Itayo. The YouTube algorithm is weird considering I suddenly keep getting subs after a week of one specific vid being out. It's so scary with how fast it's growing. That makes sense though, because sometimes it could just be that your video caught into the algorithm a little bit. Anyone remember Alpha Boy? Is this a D's Nuts joke? I'm afraid I'm not familiar with Alpha Boy. Encouraging you to what? Yeah? Oh, oops, sorry. But yeah, no, I was just kind of proud of myself for doing that, and I'm grateful to all of you for just rolling with that, honestly. I know that it's a big thing, and like, sexuality isn't the only part of my streams lately, but it has become... I've been trying to be careful about how I dabble into that, like how I introduce elements of that, how much of it I do, and how much is appropriate. Like, if I'm doing a Eurobeat stream, I'm probably not going to spend the entire time going, oh, my boobies, ah! Like, it's probably just going to be like, yeah, a joke here and there, and then back to focus, you know? Oh yeah, that weird transphobe on Wednesday, that was weird. Oh, that was Alpha Boy, okay. You see how quick I am to forget that kind of thing? It's like, it's the internet. But like, I appreciated that it went as well as it did. Thank you for just kind of rolling with that. And because maybe a funny Eurobeat remix. I feel like that would be hyper techno. Because like I feel like hyper techno is the more like edgy cousin. You hear about what happened with... Yes, and how do I say? That is a case of VTuber events. I would call it drama, but that feels a little bit dismissive, that I'm just not going to get into, if that's okay. I did hear about it. I've done some research on the situation. I'm gonna stay out of it for the sake of the stream. I think we're really good with how we acknowledge that the sexuality and stuff is there without making it louder than it needs to be. That right there, honestly. Because, like, sounds like Fausto. I could see that, though. I could see that. And, like, that's the thing. It wouldn't be... Listen. Eurobeat labels could stand to get on board with the whole VTubing thing. Hell, if I work with another like, Eurobeat label, I feel like something, like, maybe the music video needs to be like that. Like, I don't know, maybe that'll be, like, one of the few times that, like, a major, like, Eurobeat label and a VTuber collaborate. I think pretending sexuality doesn't exist is even worse than people being down super bad. That's an interesting thought. That is, I'd have to spend some time with that thinking, to be honest. But yeah, because of that, I was even talking to my manager just about it, just how those streams went and general impressions. And it's probably not something that I should be telling you right away because it does involve future directions of things. But it makes it easier for me to include. It makes things easier to include, you know, certain elements of things in the future. El Ciro, I'm afraid I'm not sure if I understand, but I am sorry to hear that. This day was the biggest waste of all time because someone owed me $100 and I waited all day at a library to meet him. It didn't go well. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that you can have a better experience next time, Teeter. That sounds terrible. Some of y'all are having some rough times. I'm sorry. I don't know. It feels like summer is a weird time. Major outage across multiple providers. Is that right? So here's the first lazy day I've had at work in months. Is that right? Well, I hope you enjoy it. I hope that it is a day of rest and relaxation and comfort for you. But yeah, how do I say? Between that and a comment that I got on the video for Strawberry Girl, I don't know. It's kind of, it feels like I can comfortably introduce elements of that into future things. I feel like we can have reasonable discussions about stuff like merchandise and the humor and the banter that we have on stream and things like that. Wednesday will involve contemplating how to ship bees to a certain engineering group. Ooh, that's a good question. Probably very carefully. Yeah, how does one ship bees? Like, send bees. I plushie when? So Timber, good question. I think we've talked about it a little bit before, but let me explain this. Plushies are one of the hardest things for merchandise that you can do as a VTuber. They are expensive to make, and they do not sell quite as well as people think they do. The reason that Makeship, for instance, does things the way that they do is because when they hit that minimum, they will have earned enough to actually justify the expenses. They're able to make a profit off of it. I would love to do an Audi plush of some sort, but it's going to be a while before that's viable. I would probably need to be on the same level as, like, bigger VTubers. I'd probably have to be, like, partner level, you know? Plushies tend to make the most sense in big numbers. Exactly. Because that's the thing. If you can manufacture a lot, then the prices per unit go down, and then you can sell more of them at that kind of Audi Fluff Hero plush. See, here's the thing. Plushies are expensive to make. You know what's cheap? Hello, mechanics. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well today. But you know what's cheap to manufacture? Standees and prints and gently printed apparel and Dakimakuras. Not to say those are inherently guaranteed, but like those are the kinds of VTuber merch that you see tend to do. Oh yeah, mousepads also tend to do okay, like the 2D flat ones. Like I have one of the Numi ones of the alley from Numi's like alleyway from Uwu Market. Those are apparently pretty. Maybe the Audi Girl shirt. Did I hear Daki? So I already have some shirts out and about. But those kinds of things are easy, or at least cheap, to manufacture. Whereas, for your apparel roughly and vigorously printed. There are ways to do that too, but that tends to get more expensive per unit. And that's kind of a dilemma that I have. I'm gonna pause the music, or rather it ended perfectly, so I'm gonna pause it real quick. Chat, I'm gonna be real with you about something real quick. Nothing is wrong. This isn't a problem. This isn't a bad thing. More just a shift in how things are gonna go that I'm trying to wrap my head around. Bogus minted? So here's the thing. The Fourth Wall store will not last forever. I will not be with Fourth Wall forever. Also, hello, Dart. Good to see you. So that means that I'll be working with a different manufacturer, and chances are good that I'll be working with one that manufactures their own things. Like, I'll be essentially paying for a certain amount ahead of time and selling it kind of through them. Like, chances are good OdysseyAirbeat.com will return to my own domain. I'll make it just a website, and then I'll link to that store. And what that means also is control over pricing will change. I've tried to do what I can to make my merchandise relatively affordable. I've even shown you the process that I go through with Fourth Wall products. Is there Audi Gamer Subs? I remember there was some stuff. That's a good question. I'll explain that in a bit. I'll come around to that. But please do remind me in a bit if I don't come back to it. So, shirts, the price of shirts might change. The price of the same print with a different manufacturer might go up. There might be different, possibly even better availability of certain merch, but the price will likely go up. There might be a wider variety of things, but the general, cost per thing might go up. I want to be transparent about that because is Bunny Suit kind of like a one-piece suit? I mean, kind of. With my 2D, I'll tend to, remove the bunny ears and the tail, so it's basically just a swimsuit. Also, hello, Spider Eve. But yeah, regarding merch, I'm just letting you all know that when the time comes for the Fourth Wall store to go away, and when I'm working with a cooler manufacturer that's doing cooler stuff, that will likely mean a change in pricing. And I may not have as much control over that as I used to like. But the quality will likely be higher, and you'll be working with more of a ma and pa shop kind of situation as opposed to, a quick printer. Regarding Gamer Subs, it's an interesting story with that. I'm going to put the music back on. So, for those who don't know, version 1.0 of me used to be an affiliate with Gamer Subs. What that meant was I had a link where people would go and they could use my code or type in something during checkout and get a discount on Gamer Subs, and I would get a cut. I made less than $10. That is not a fault of Gamer Subs. That is just a matter of I did a poor job of promoting Gamer Subs. Ironically, while I was with them, the original idea for Autosphere at the time called Ithaca to watch anime, I do very seldom. I haven't been into it as much as I used to, but I do from time to time. At the time, some things came out about its ownership and the way that they were treating artists at the time. Like, in total, less than $10. Yeah, I did not make much. But that's because, I didn't, no, like, grand total. Like, net. Yeah, $10 ever. Here's the thing, I didn't mind. I liked the discount that I got. And, at the time, there was some news coming out about the founder and about how they were treating artists. I was very much uncomfortable with that, and my whole thing has been, if I would not consume this product myself, I will never promote it to you. So, I talked to the team there. I remember talking to, I think I'm not going to give my liaison's name at the time, but I let them know. It's like, hey, I've been seeing what's going on. At this time, I'm not comfortable promoting your product to my audience. We're going to part ways. And we parted ways. Since then, the company has changed ownership. And they've been working with a lot more artists, and people seem a lot more excited to be working with them. And I'll think of headbutts. I haven't seen any of the same kinds of controversies around them, which to me is a sign, at least that to some extent, that they're not repeating a lot of the same mistakes. I think Schlatt joined ended up, taking over the company, and then more recently, Shy Lily. So the things that I objected to about Gamer Subs have changed. I'm not sure if they would take me back, given the circumstances around which I left. Like, it wasn't some intense thing. Badger. Yeah, actually, that's the thing. I had connections with Russian Badger and Detune a little bit while I was with GamerSupps. I think it was through that connection that Russian Badger asked me about licensing a couple tracks for his videos. Yeah, no, it was a good time. Like they were both really cool, really cool. I think we raided Detune a couple times back then too. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that, Spider Eve. If it's all right with you, I'd like to stick to the subject of merchandise. A confrontation of telling someone off because I'm always of them talking into me to not leave them or them guilt tripping me. Yeah, those are rough parts of it. I think that makes a lot of sense. But I'll say this about GamerSupps. In its current state, I would be a lot more comfortable representing their product to you. I'll even go so far as to say I have been buying their product and using their product. Part of what's in this bottle here is a little bit of GamerSupps, some Chill by Advanced, and a little thing of Propel. I didn't even buy it from you, TBH. Oh, thank you. But yeah, that was the reason that I left GamerSupps at the time. And I feel like, gosh, I gotta be honest. The founder, the stuff that came out about the founder was atrocious. Like, I would not have been able to comfortably come out if that founder had still been part of the company. I can leave it at that. I really like drinks of various weird kinds. That's fair, and they have a lot of it. They have a lot of good stuff. And their flavoring's quite good, too. That's the thing. I remember after a while, I was considering working with Advanced, but then I saw a lot of folks going from Advanced to GamerSupps, which indicates to me that things might be going better for creators with GamerSupps versus Advanced. I remember Simple Flips had like a cherry vanilla flavor with them for a while, but then that got retracted. And then Numi was all about Dream Team Punch, and now Numi's with GamerSupps. Mousy had the pink. Jesse, thank you so much for the follow. We're gonna stream. It is great to have you here. I completely brain melted. Thank you so much for 28 months of resubbing. Why did I give you the? Thinking is hard. Get somebody else to do it. One streamer I watched has a flavor titty milk. Not kidding. Oh yeah, no. I know there's also a flavor called raw meat. I think it's the flavor from Meat Canyon. Although I think that flavor is just like cantaloupe and like raspberry or something. And I think lean has nothing to do with like grape flavor either. I think it's like an Arnold Palmer or something. GamerSupps comes in tubs. I can keep them after I can. Yeah, exactly. But I noticed a trend with Advanced. People leaving Advanced to join GamerSupps. And to me, that's a sign that something is not going great there and going well here. Here's the thing, though. I'm saying all this because at this moment, Strawberry Demon Plasma, which is a strawberry lemonade advance. Now she's with GamerSupps. Mr. Friend. So I used to be with an affiliate with GamerSupps, Jesse, but some stuff came out about one, how they were treating artists at the time, and two, the founder and at the time, biggest holder. So I left, but since then they started treating artists better. The company is now owned by Schlatt and at least partially by Shy Lily. So I feel like, as well, I've noticed a migration from other companies into GamerSupps, which I think was so much for the headpads, which would indicate to me that things are getting a lot better. Now, mind you, I'm hesitant to suggest that, some brands of powdered energy drink are, and again, I'm only saying this because at this moment, I'm not with one. If you want a caffeine supplement, go with whatever. You're gonna do fine. And if you're not familiar with the politics around some of these, then don't fret yourself too much unless you're ready to do some research. a lot of them are kind of the same. It's just a matter, like, when it comes down to flavor and, like, how long things last and things like that. I like the flavors. I like caffeine. I'm trying to cut down because caffeine does agitate acid reflux, and that's what's been eating at my vocal cords. Fancy hydrate. I'm just gonna make an executive decision. Pinky out, and well, that's still really cold. That's lovely. And a regular hydrate. I'm gonna do water. I wish GamerSupps had a taster set. They do. They do. They have like a starter kit. And I should say something. I'm not currently with GamerSupps. I would be comfortable representing them again though. I can see a lemon flavored drink right now. You know what? Let's take a look. I'm going to move that down here. Oh, they have a new flavor with queso. Okay. Okay. Shop. GamerSupps. Energy. Watching Ruby Volume 9 kind of pissed at the ship they put in there. Yeah. Nuclear bombsicle. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, let me get it going on Shoost. All right. Window capture. Here. Oh, it can be a little larger than that. Here we go, here we go. A little more like this. Yeah. Looks like queso has like the rocket pop flavor. And Flork of Cows has anime girl thigh. Of course, Shy Lily has her famous Blowhole Blast, which is like a tropical flavor. Brand Risk, which I believe is peach, but not peach tea. Cherry Limesicle. I should indicate, by the way, a lot of these are very sexualized. They run a line of cups called waifu cups, which I should hope is self-explanatory. Cursed Energy with Jujutsu Kaisen. Good. I'm gonna have a bite of my cheese real quick. That's quite a title. Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, which if I remember right, I think resubmit without the moan, and I might be okay with that. What if I end up liking one that's covered in tits? I can't drink that. I live with my family. Remove the label. You can remove like the outer label. JFJ brand snake oil, lean. Yeah, Baja Blast. That's the one. Kaho's Guilty Pleasure. Raw meat, which does not taste like meat. Sakura Splash with Silver Veil. Sigma Brain. Cinder's Pyro Power. Soda Pressed Despair. Oh yeah, we were looking for we were looking for the tester, like little tester thing. Okay, shop. Is there like a sampler? Daniel. Fine. I guess you are my little PogChamp. Come here. Love raw meat tartare. Well, I think, if I'm not mistaken, raw meat tastes like watermelon and cantaloupe. Nico Fox 785, thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matara Kanavi Shoujo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. It is great to have you here. Let's get some love in the chat for Nico Fox. All right, did the PogChamp. But yeah, sometimes they'll have silly names with flavors that don't match. This one is lime with, like, spicy lime. So lime with a gradual controlled heat. Parents think I'm into men, so that would confuse them. I mean, you could just say, nah, that's how they market to gamers, but the stuff itself is actually good. But again, you can also just remove the label. This one would be a little bit harder to explain. All right. So for Hannah, thinking is like so hard when I look this hot. How's that? What's the command? Command for what now? Yeah, Cinder's flavor is pomegranate tea, which I think is pretty neat. This one is pear. Yeah, it's just ripe pears. Let's see. Yeah, this is the Meat Canyon flavor, raw meat. Cow's Gill Tea Pleasure. This one is black tea and passion fruit. Her flavor, yeah, I heard about that. Go on to it like I could deliberately try to make... I feel like that could backfire, though. Like, making someone intentionally uncomfortable, they could start putting distance. Brand risk. Okay. Hello, Tangent. You're doing well. Flavor's actually mid. I bought it because I need to taste thigh sweat every 15 minutes. I feel like they would be like, all right, what's the actual reason? Memes aside, you know? Peach mango, okay. So like real, they try to get like actual peach and actual mango and then add a little bit of creamy flavor to it. Bull Blast is like several tropical flavors. This one is mango, coconut, and passion fruit with lime. Hello, Sammykins. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Why is it peach mango and not I see what you did there. All right, this one's just anime girl thigh, and that's Flork of Cows. I think this one also has an alt cover. What do salt and strawberries. Anyway, sweet six pack. This one's the Titty Milk, which is actually Titty Milk actually has a guy on the cover. Like this is Titty Milk. The flavor is specifically blue raspberry flavor with a little bit of milk to it. I don't know how I don't know how to match that freak, Sammy. Like I don't know how to do that. Arctic Cooler, which apparently tastes like Capri Sun. Blue is just blue raspberry, which is nice. Strawberry and salt. That's great, Sammykins. This one's black cherry. Which I haven't tried yet, but it sounds good. Dragon Fruit Punch. It's interesting that there's one that actually has like a redesign on it. This one I've tried before and didn't much care for, but you might like it. Lemon Limeade. Haven't tried that one. Lemonade. I remember liking lemonade. Lychee. Haven't had it. Mango Meta is really, really good if they haven't changed it. Like, Mango Meta, I remember that one being one of my favorites. Peach tea, red raspberry, strawberry. I think it's strawberry daiquiri. They used to have one that was like sort of pink Starburst flavor, but I think they got rid of it over time. Emotional Damage, watermelon ice, which I absolutely hated. Dragon Fruit Punch 60, Caho's Bloody Orange. Taster Kit, thank you. I think I might have to get it with one of the cups. Pina Colada from Cold Ones, Pineapple Cocktail. Just smell. Sour apple is back. Oh, I love sour apple. Yeah. Ah, no, it's not. Shoot. I think Misfits Melon. I left right as they were launching Misfits Melon, so I'm not entirely sure. All right, so let's take a look at the cups. Available and coming soon. I'm trying to... No, that's not a cup. That's queso's flavor. I guess it would be cups. Waifu Archive. Well, Shaker cups. Here we go. Yeah, if you get, oh, I guess it's not like just a regular taster. I think you actually have to like... Oh, here we go. Free samples. Here it is. I think you pay for shipping. That's it. Hello, Grego. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Caffeine. I don't think you can actually pick your flavors, which I don't much care for. I know Rogue has a pick your flavor bundle that's actually really good. So I'm gonna have another bite of cheese real quick. Very tasty, very tasty. Ah! Wait, a mid-bite. Rainy, hello! Oh my gosh, hello! Rainy, how you doing, darling? It is so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. How was your stream? And then... Friends, if you're not already following Rainy Shark, fix that. She is a fantastic rapper that I've known for many years now. She and I worked together on Unmatched and have another thing in the works coming up very soon, which you'll find out about soon enough. It's been a while. It was terrifying, but yeah, you're playing Signalis. I've heard that Signalis is utterly horrifying. Well, feel free to rest up, relax a little bit. We are just kind of hanging out today. We're going over Gamersupps because we started talking about merch, and I talked about how I used to be with Gamersupps, and I might be comfy with them again. And now we're just looking at it. Sesby and Lex game. Say Gex? Say Gex? Yeah, no, you can apparently get these. Yeah, I think the most that you pay is shipping, which it should be pretty low. Unless you're shipping internationally, I think. Yeah, Space Woman game. Why can't my robo-lesbians be... Aww. I'm sorry. I'm sure somewhere out there in another universe, they're very happy. But yeah, you can get flavor things. The only catch is apparently you can't pick the flavors. So that is sad. But, you know, what can you do, right? So, I'm gonna go there. Yeah. But, sorry, tying things back into that, there may come a time when I have less control over the pricing of what I promote to you. And I'm saying that now because I don't want that to be a surprise or a shock when the time comes. Merchandise price will probably change. If I do partner with Gamersupps or another drink company again, who knows? You know, who knows what might change. I do still have my partnership with Stoneforge, which I think is pretty cool. Shipping of their free samples is $8.50. Honestly, for the amount of Gamersupps that you get, that's a little pricey, but doable. I think Sneak might have some more direct UK stuff. That is a little bit much for international shipping. Although I feel like, if I remember right, Europe has different caffeine supplement suppliers. It'd be interesting though, you know? A couple more bites. Excuse me. But yeah, no, how do we get into the merch discussion now that I think about it? Oh, right. Because I've been spicier lately. And wearing literal bikinis on stream. Right. But you know, if/when the time comes, because you've all handled things very maturely, it makes it easier for me to, $4 per drink is too much. Yeah, I could see that. I think a closer, brand might suit better in terms of pricing. I don't know though, like, I only know about the ones that are here in the States. My brain is not being nice right now. What was I on about? Talking about merch, we talked about Gamersupps. We talked about, like, the price of plushies versus Dakimakura and such. By the way, you just chow down on raw coffee beans. Oh, jeez. Actually, have you ever had those, like, chocolate-covered espresso beans? I'm not sure how I feel about those, because, like, the chocolate doesn't taste bad, but I don't know. Like, the actual beans end up getting, like, stuck in my teeth, and it's just not a fun experience for me. That's okay, though. The end result still ends up happening. Could do that if I was grabbing something while I'm out, but at home, no. Pre-made coffees from Tesco are one. I'm tempted to call that a franc, but I think that's a euro. But yeah, no. What was I even on about? All right, merch. That is a pound. Okay. I've seen a few currency symbols, and I keep getting them mixed up because I'm like an American. I'm not supposed to do thinking. I'm just goofy, silly, nutty. Random question. What would you say is a very... XR, I'm gonna allow that through. But no. Euro has the E. Right. What would I say is an underrated video game or a hidden gem? That's a good question. Hello, Joshua Time. I don't think I'm qualified to speak to that. Oh, and I'm gonna have water. Ah, thank you. I'm an American, not an American. We just had like our birthday a couple days ago, so like you gotta be nice to me, or I'll be upset. Sorry, I was playing that Not My Neighbor game. Oh yeah, made this pie, which is basically just a coffee ganache and a chocolate crust. So coffee, so good. Ooh, that does actually sound kind of neat. Bully from Rockstar. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. Talk about obscure stuff, but there was an old Sierra game. There was an old Sierra game called Torrens Passage. Like the old point and click adventure games. And it was a completely original IP. Very goofy, very fantasy, but still kind of some references to modern pop culture here and there. Not so much as to take away from things. It still had an element. Oh, thank you so much for that, Bats. Still had an element of being serious. Also, the original MechWarrior 2. The one right before Ghost Bear. That one was also really fun. Gosh, I'm listening to my voice right now, and I've got a weird dilemma. On the one hand, vocally, stamina-wise, I've been doing a lot better. On the other hand, I've had so many fans and air conditioners running in my apartment to where it's drying me out a bunch, even when I do drink a lot of water. So it's like, I don't know. Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift from PS2. Gotta get going. Take care, nice Groundhog. Thank you so much for popping in. Underrated is Burnout Paradise. I remember hearing about Burnout, like the Burnout series being really fun. When Scotland gets an Independence Day, it'll add to the list of free holidays England can... Oh. That one's got some layers to it. Okay, it's not... Okay. Yeah, it's my understanding that a lot of the Independence Days are from Britain. Ow. Yeah, I've switched from my thing of Colby Jack cheese to a thing of mozzarella. But yeah, no, I'm trying to be careful about what I represent to you and like which products I bring to you. Because I'm not against bringing you products. What I'm against is bringing you something that I don't care about. Like, and the concept of an Independence Day, again, being a celebration of a country's independence from a previous country of origin. Which inspired the movie with Will Smith. But yeah, in terms of merchandise, I'm not against representing products to you or even doing promos. I remember I played, I think it was a Switch version of Mushihime-sama because they reached out to me. And they're like, hey, we saw that you played our PC version. Would you like to play our Switch version? And it was nice. It was really cool. And yeah, Mushihime-sama, like the shmup from Cave. Oh, okay. Take care, Simon. So in terms of merchandise and things like that, I will bring stuff to you, but if I cannot vouch for its quality, or if its quality changes over time, or something comes up where where I cannot ethically or comfortably represent it to you, I'm not going to do it. As well as like Hello, Fidget. Good to see you. I think with the merchandise shift, you know, when I do start doing different drops and different lineups and different things like that, I'd love to do something with Strawberry Girl like I did with Lace and Linen, but I just haven't really had the time to work on it. But and there may come a time when I can't control the pricing, and I do regret that. Kind of think about it, it's kind of a thing that I bumped into with the music video for Strawberry Girl, which is amazing and I love it, and it turned out fantastic, and I don't think it's got any issues. But here's the thing. There's two things that are missing from that video that tend to be present in a lot of my previous ones. Can you tell me what they are without looking? Say that while I've got another thing of string cheese. They are the intro and the end. Specifically, they are the flashing lights warning and the patron list. The flashing lights warning and the patrons list. Now, mind you, Strawberry Girl didn't have a lot of that. Did I ever play Need for Speed games back then? I don't think I did. I know Violet has, but I never got around to playing those games, sadly. I wouldn't mind getting into them now, but who knows? What was I about to say? Right, the video. But with that, I did not have control over what was at the beginning. I didn't have a say in, hey, you know, we need to run this through Pete, and we need to include the patron list, which I feel like I can include the patron list at the end. That's pretty important, I'll say. I'll have a list for whoever I'm working with at the time, but you know, that part was an oversight on my end. But having the flashing lights thing, unless there are a lot of flashing lights, I don't know how many people that are making videos, you know, that are, you know, doing the editing like that are going to be like, hey, this past that, but still be careful, like I used to with a lot of my own videos. So as I work with other beings, like other creators that are editing and making merch and that kind of thing, as the more that I hand over some of that workload, the more some of what I would do may change. And it's weird, because I'm not used to that. I wondered how compilation videos stay up but blank out very specific sections. I don't know. Hey, speaking of promotions, there's one. It's not showing up on the VOD, but, you know, it is in chat. Because Stream Elements is not showing up in my chat. Yeah, no. I just wanted to get into that a little bit, and, like, with, you know, tying it into the very first subject from earlier. I'm probably not going to get too wild. I'm probably not going to get to the same extent as, like, some of the waifu cups where, like, what I'm wearing would be considered modest. But, I don't know, y'all have made it very comfortable for me to, you know, tease a little bit, give a little bit more, you know, share, wear a little bit more skin, I'll put it that way. Too much important stuff on my Windows drive, need it back up. Yeah, I feel that. I've uninstalled a bunch of the games that I've had. I might be able to reinstall it on a different hard drive, though, now that I think about it. But yeah, no, I'm excited for what's ahead with that. We could also change the subject because my brain is broken. Maybe it's understood what you're talking about. So I was trying to tie all of our early subjects together and figure out how we got to where we were subject-wise. So at first we were talking about, like, the streams that I did where I was in a bikini, and I got to, you know, I was thanking y'all for being well-behaved for that. And we were talking about, merchandise. And, like, I think someone was asking about, like, an Audi plushie. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, I can do stuff that's a little bit spicier. I can, you know, promote more things like that. And someone asked about plushies. And that's how we got into merchandise and gamer subs and that kind of thing. So you all make it very easy to, when the time comes, provide stuff that's a little bit more fun, you know? Don't worry, for those of you who, and this could be in the VOD too, for those who are coming in, it's like, oh gosh, Odyssey's a VTuber now, like, I don't much care for this kind of stuff, like, I'm just here for the Eurobeat, really. Not to worry. I'm gonna do what I can to make sure that merchandise of, like, just the logo will be around, because that way then, you can still enjoy my stuff and celebrate it that way, but if the big bouncing anime titties is not for you, then there's that option, you know? And now I'll do a hydrate. Thank you for that reminder. But, yeah. Love a more typical band t-shirt. Whoa, like tour dates on the back? Chat. I feel like it's not fair to talk about it, but that just struck something in my brain. What would an Odyssey tour look like? How would that even go? I'm curious now. That is quite an idea. IMHO. At least my laptop isn't compatible with Microsoft's AI BS. When it comes time to upgrade, I'll have to seriously consider my main OS. Yeah, I'm really hating all the, like, Copilot crap that they're shoehorning into, like, Paint. I think it'd go well. Yeah, I like that idea. I think it'd be fun. I would definitely have to do some design work for my live performance. I'd probably do something other than just DJing, unless the venue has nothing, you know? Like only a set of turntables or something. People are really scared of Linux and it's weird. I feel like I don't know enough about operating systems to really speak to that, but I think because a lot of major software is developed almost exclusively for the quote-unquote big two, depending on which section you're in, whether you're in, you know, mobile where it's an iOS or Android, or desktop where it's Windows or Mac OS, I feel like stepping outside of those becomes scary for people because, like, well, what if I use all these things? What if I can't use them anymore, right? Oh yeah, I'm completely done with Adobe, for the record. People who have not seen you live in concert need to have said before. Oh, thank you, Vermouth. For those who don't know, I used to perform live a lot more often. What was I on about? I use DJ stuff to perform. I use, like, controllerism stuff. I'll try to, like, play stuff in with, like, the knobs and the buttons. But then I'll hop around the front to sing. I'll come up front and I'll sing a little bit, and hello, Bowser, good to see you. Oh, that's a cute bun. So I'll come up front and I'll sing and I'll jump around a little bit. So it's fun for me because, like, I try to do just the DJing stuff, but then I'll sing and I'll do a little bit more. I remember Remoto 450X, thank you so much for the follow and stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and my music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matara Kondovi Shoujo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. Can we get some love in the chat for Remoto 450X? Should I call you just Remoto? Do you prefer ROM? Do you prefer Moto? I'm gonna come a little closer. Yeah, no, right, performing and such. I feel like maybe that could be a thing that Tessa and I work on with 2025. I remember I do not have great memories with my previous manager anymore. But one of the positive ones was his critique of my shows. Well, like, a positive critique that he had was that it was apparently very idol-like, which surprised me because, like, at the time I was still kind of like, oh, you know, I'm not sure how much my femininity is going to affect my performances. And he's like, the way you perform is already very idolish. And I was like, pardon? Welcome back, Pixie. And it got me thinking, because, like, yeah, I like the way that I perform, but what happens is I get booked as a DJ. And don't get me wrong, DJs are cool. DJs do great stuff. DJs, like, I know cool DJs do a lot of amazing stuff, and they are performers. They are valid. They are artisans plying their craft. The sad thing is, getting booked as a DJ tends to go worse than being booked as a performer. Think about some conventions where you have someone that is up front with a microphone singing. They're booked as a performer. They tend to be booked more along the lines like a convention guest of honor. DJs, sadly, because of a high frequency of us, hello Lena, DJs tend to get booked more en masse and kind of tend to get shorter deals. And while I don't mind learning how to DJ, there's at least one event coming up soon where I will most certainly need to be learning another DJ software, not even Rekordbox, but I'm gonna need to see what I can do. People say DJs is doing a job where they see idols as a guest. Bingo. It's not even just idols. And also, I'm gonna be real. I'm kind of excluding myself from the notion of being an idol. I don't think I'm on that level yet. Because like I look at Phoebe Chan, Chibi, and I look at some of the acts that are emerging from like the East Coast, and you know some of the cool acts that are doing. I look at Paida, for instance, or even Hanihime, and I'm just not on that level. I do not have the dancing or the visual aspects down for a fraction of a second. I do not have that stamina. So it's hard for me to call myself an idol, but when it comes to like making my performances more idol-like, now that I can get behind. And sadly, it means that they tend to be booked a little bit more favorably. They put DJs in the same group as like bartenders. An accessory to sell drinks, depending on the venue. So, wherever I go on tour, I would probably need to make very clear that I am a performer. Oh, thank you so much for that, Pats. Almost more like a band, actually. Like, I think there are ways to get that to work, too. I'd be able to position myself in such a way where, yeah, it's electronically oriented, but I would not be DJing. I would not be jockeying discs. That said, having that performance method as an option helps. Even, for those who don't know, when I performed at Toho Fest, I kind of did something where I would play songs from the CDJs, but then I'd hop up front and sing. I'm not too super familiar with, like, intimately familiar with the CDJs yet, but I'm getting closer. And they're sort of the industry standard. And what I'm realizing, and what I realized as I was doing that for Renko and Shihori as well, I don't have to DJ. I don't have to have a song start and then keep going all the way through. At cons, you can have sets with songs that just start and end. They just start and they end. Hello, Dolly. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're... How have you been? How have you been? And, right, so with performing and such, I could do that. Even if it is just a set of CDJs, I would probably be treated better if I was doing less. If I was doing less behind the decks. So, what I'm trying to figure out, or what I've said that I'd figure out, but haven't taken the time to do because I've been so very busy with other things, is design a performance with controllers. Like MIDI controllers, like a Keith McMillan Cuneo, maybe some floor pedals, might bust out my Roland AX7 kind of thing. These have been a bit stressful with vocational school, but I'm getting along, and it's always lovely to rely and unwind. Aw, I'm glad that you're here. Rest up. Take care of yourself. Having seen you live, you're obviously a traditional singer/performer. I take that as a compliment, but I remember early on, like in the Brony days, when I was just starting out, like performing, I thought that I had to be a DJ because my music is electronic and I'm not Jordan Rudess. There's no way I can play a riff like what's playing in the background now. With my fingers. So, I had to think about it. It's like, well, I could probably just DJ and sing along with it. And then over time, they kind of started to mesh a little bit, and I would start picking songs more like a DJ would. So what I probably would want to do with a tour is I'd probably design a fairly portable way of performing. For the reason I learned guitar, yeah, I need to get back on like a set of traditional keys. Again. Your charisma and stage, aw, thank you. And that's the thing. I like doing those. I feel like, well, another thing that I could be struggling with is I could be thinking about like MIDI controllers and all that, partially because I like how Porter Robinson put them to use, and I have some of the same gear, but some of it could also be my fear of dancing in front of a crowd. I'm gonna chew on this cheese for a little bit. Some of you may not know, I'm gonna take a sip real quick. Thank you for the reminder again. Some of you may not know this, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this subject, but version 1.0 of me, as it were, was featured in a cringe video. I had played a gig where there were some shenanigans that went on, and I got a little into a particular song that I was dropping. I was kind of, you know, bobbing my head, really into the dubstep facet of it. And I'm being vague somewhat on purpose so you don't seek it out. But it got so big that that video, or the videos around that event, got so big that it started to reach my heroes at the time. And it started to reach publishers and like big news outlets. And with the death threats and the encouragement for me to take my own life and never touch an instrument again, it kind of shook me up for how I move on stage. And it's something that I carry with me even to this day. Oh, thank you, Nico Fox. That's very sweet of you. And I bet you have a lovely voice as well. And if you don't think so, then I hope that you can reach a point where you do. But yeah, no, like, if I named some of the folks that had talked about that particular video, your jaws would drop, because they're like public figures and large publishers. So I got over that, but for like a week, I couldn't leave my house. It feels weird to have background music for this part. Like, for a week, I couldn't leave my house, and I remember at my next gig after that one, I thought that I was going to be sick. And I was over a trash can, and someone asked if I was going to be okay, and I opened my mouth, but tears came out first. And I just kind of had a sobbing panic attack in their arms, because I was worried about it happening again on a larger scale. Because the gig that I was at, this new one that I was at, was much larger. So, all that to say, I'm hesitant to lean into the, you know, stage presence, the, you know, the dancing on stage kind of thing. I'm scared of it. Not enough to completely stop myself, but I think part of why I'm leaning into the MIDI controllers bit is because I am scared of an internet that sees something less than perfection as cringe, and cringe as a reason to end someone's livelihood or even life. And that would be hard enough for cis people, for cishet normative people. If I feel like if I did that poorly as a trans woman on stage, it would be, I mean, granted, I'm sort of catastrophizing a little bit, but I get scared of that idea. The internet's gone. Again, the monster's gone. You can escape it now. It's not going to bite you. Do you understand how that's a little hard for me to internalize? I'm still learning how to dance. I'm still learning how to do that stuff. If I have a little bit more to work with in terms of, I might be able to invest some of what I have into like dance lessons again, because I was really enjoying that like in 2023. And I think that would also help with my confidence, because then I would be able to, you know, dance with confidence, because then I'd be able to dance things that people know. But that's one thing that I'd want to work out in terms of my non-DJ shows, where it's like I would know how to move in a way that I'm comfortable with. We're in the post-cringe culture now. I wish that I could agree with that. I'm sorry, this got real dark real quick. Let me put the music back on. Yeah, I would still need to think about like the visual aspects. I could probably just put like a VJ wall behind me, like where it's like video loops and such. And then, you know, once I have that, I'd be able to start looking into like how I would tour that kind of thing, or like which venues would even have me in the first place. I think that'd be neat. Like, how many? Like, I know that Dave Rogers and occasionally Digital Planet will have, you know, a few gigs at cons, and I know Mega Energy Man slash DJ Zorro is getting gigs in Japan now too. I think it's much the headpads, but could you imagine like a currently actively touring Eurobeat act? So sorry that happened to you. I fully understand you. I've had people laugh and belittle the stuff I do. I'm just caved in. Vanilla, I'm sorry to hear that. And yeah, it's scary, because like, I think back then what made it all so scary was it wasn't the way that people had positioned cringe content to me was, oh, you're supposed to laugh at the situation, you're supposed to laugh at what's going on, ooh, that's a cringy situation, let's laugh at how bad the situation is and move on. What it actually was, look at that slur, what a slurry slur, let's find them and tell them to take their own life and never do anything again. Which was my experience of it. In the face of FaZe Clan and Huffington Post and Deadmau5 jumping in on the dog pile, I can't, I think I will never properly be able to say, oh yeah, you know, it's all great, you know, we're clearly past that. Because a lot of those institutions are still around. They're still doing just fine. I will say, just so this doesn't get too dark, I've done a lot better. Yeah, I won't get into how he got involved, but, and if my parents are watching, forgive me for this, but fuck Deadmau5. Yeah, what was that about? I will say that I was able to get confident with myself again, to the point of, you know, being able to get up on stage again, not have, you know, anxiety attacks, and not have that kind of thing, or believe that, you know, people are going to come after me if I do something wrong, to a degree. But, yeah, it was a pretty nasty little media moment there. Thanks so much for the head pats. But, yeah, every once in a while I'll see, you know, things like that bubble up again, and I don't know. So, for such a tour as that, I need to figure out ways to mitigate. I probably have like little sections of, you know, sections of my sets that are dedicated to, you know, maybe DJing a few songs in a row, you know, hopping back. A few where I'd dance a little bit, and a few where I'd just sing, you know. I think I've got a lot of freedom and flexibility in how I do it. And that way, if one section's a complete disaster, the other two still turn out fine, you know? I am so sorry for like trying to big things up from that. Hi, you don't look much different as a VTuber. Why is streaming? Hello, Soul Kaiser. And thank you. Yeah, I did base my avatar on myself. Oh, thank you so much for the head pats. Yeah, I did try to keep that. I don't know. I'll need to talk to my manager about that. I think next year would be a time when I could reasonably look into like a tour, because this year I have so many other things lined up. I have collabs and projects and redacted, and also can't forget about redacted. So there's a few things that I want to sort out by the end of the year before I start thinking about a tour. Or even just like a few gigs. I feel like that's a big part of why I like to book with conventions. Because like, instead of having things all clustered together, I can just kind of jump, have like a month or two, jump, have a month or two, jump, that kind of thing. Really light my fire, my desire. Do I take you higher though? Do I bring it down to the wire? Good. Then I will keep up the good work. But yeah, no, American might not be deserving of Audie Tour, but it's a tour American needs. Ah, yes, Odyssey Eurobeats Tour for America. I say that as if there weren't full-on states that I literally can't set foot in. Woo! Not going to Florida for a while. Woohoo! But yeah, no, I like the idea of a tour. I feel like, you know what I would want to do? Chat. I have an idea for how that would go, but it's going to touch on some stuff that's redacted, so we'll see how things go when the time comes. But I have an idea for the theme. I have an idea for the theming, and with that, who we might all be able to bring. I think that would be a really fun time. Give a Bugs Bunny song Florida from the US. I want to say Australia tour, but we're expensive. I mean, if there was an Australian entity that wanted to fund my tour out there, I'd be down for that. My best friend is NBN from Florida. Fun. They can't come out. Yeah, yep. For those who don't know, one, Florida has some of the most stringent anti-trans laws in the country, including anti-bathroom. If a trans person steps foot into a bathroom that does not match with their birth certificate, they can go to jail. And two, I'm a trans woman. Hi. So if I go to Florida and I try to take a pee-piss, I go to jail. Case in point. So, as much as there are years that I've wanted to go to Holiday Matsuri, which is like the holiday themed, my holiday themed convention, like an anime con, but it's like all like based on the holiday season, and I love both those things so much. I will never go. At least not until a lot of things get reversed. If they ever open a branch in Seattle or on the West Coast, you bet I'm going there. I go outside, burn tires, and crack open refrigeration lines so Florida sinks a little quicker. No, hold on. Florida itself is not at fault. There are good people in Florida. I'm not going to get too political on this, but I'm expressing a reality of being a creator, being a musician, and how this affects my actual day-to-day stuff. I literally cannot conduct my business in Florida. A European tour would be great. Bring back the Euro and Eurobeat. I mean, I'm not against that. I haven't been to Europe yet, and I'd love to. I think that'd be neat. I don't know. I would probably try you know what I'd probably try with first? I think I would do like a West Coast tour to start. Bowser, you're spot on. And I feel like I'd probably start with like a tour of the West Coast, you know, like, was that Washington, down to like Oregon, down to like California. Hello, Shannon. How you doing, darling? How are you, galley? And then if that went well, I'd probably consider doing, you know, lining up a larger tour across the country. Supernova Australia would be interested for you to come over and perform. Hannah, get me in touch and we'll talk about it. I'd actually be super interested. Better now. Good. I'm so glad. Isn't it like in our constitution that in theory should prevent government from being able to discriminate against citizens? Yes, but if you dehumanize some of those citizens, but like, oh, they don't really count, then you can do whatever you want, right? Hello, Hello, Avanilla. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing very well today. You are the trans girl. You're the good girl. For once, I'm not late. I'll say hello, John Madma. Yeah. I'm not against the idea of a tour. It's more just a matter of like, that'd probably be a 2025 thing to talk about. Because right now, this year's pretty packed. I got all kinds of cool stuff set up for you. But yeah. I love that little head pat. Some laws apply to trans people there then. California? We're far better protected here. I'm gonna figure out how to do more shows at all in general law. I mean, even in my case, oh, you're talking about tours I might have is, oh yeah, do tell. I think until then, you know what I need to do? I think it's much the head pat. Ah, everyone's getting a head pat. I feel like, I would want to do another, Autosphere before I did that. No, like before I did a proper tour, you know? I'd rather see what I can do domestically. How about Canada, great people? I'd be down to do Canada. Yeah, I have some friends in Canada. You might see me in Canada sooner than you think. That's all I'll say. Pet everything. Yes. Especially with the bunny. Do tell. Can't. In due time though, in due time. But yeah, no, I would not be against doing something in Canada. I would not be against that kind of thing. It's gonna ruin the tour. Aw. But yeah, I'd be super down for I'd be super down to do stuff in Canada. I'd be down to do stuff, bring back some maple syrup and prescription drugs. I would also try to bring the all-dressed chips, the ketchup chips, that kind of thing. Some of the snacks. The good Tim Hortons. We all know the biggest crime in Canada is to toss trash cans. Didn't Canada do enough war crimes to where they shaped a big chunk of the Geneva Convention? On that bombshell, it's about an hour and a half. We're halfway through stream. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, maybe a little more. Let's get some words on stream going for you. I will be right back. Boop. I'm back. Did you miss me? Ah. Gosh, it's already been over a week and I can still count to 2 in Japanese real well because itchy knee. I'm back. Did you miss me? All right, welcome back and always. Sad donut is not included, but I keep distracted by thinking cute. I haven't... Oh, thank you so much for that, Bats. I don't know why, but whenever I see donut, I think of a IRL donut. Oh, it's jump scare. Yeah! Right? What was I on about? I guess if I'm in this outfit, it's a pion scare. I forgot what I was on about already. Oh no, it was a German guy running for office. Ah, Timber. Why? Why? I know you didn't do it, but why? Interesting thing happened to this weekend. I went to the doctor for weird headaches, and the doctor prescribed me olive oil. Is that right? Olive oil. Huh. Not sure how to feel about that. Strawberry Girl on my phone? It's more likely than you think. Literally olive oil. What was it about the olive oil that, what is it about the olive oil that he was prescribing? And, the magic of the internet, darling. Hello, Autumn. Welcome back. Yes, strawberry. I want to put the olive oil in my ears. I mean, did it work? I got your DM, Hannah. Thank you so much for popping in. Have a good shift, okay? Okay, that makes your doctor actually cool. Because what I like about that, what I like about that is that he knows his properties. He knows how to do something that isn't just throw pills at it, right? Or expensive stuff at it. Hey, Lena, come on, stop. Oi, we're burning through those points. You are downloading Nikke. I am playing Nikke. I gotta be honest, I still have it installed, but like, okay, genuine question for those who play. So, I had the impression of, you know, when I played it, yeah, it was well made, it was well done. All right, I'm gonna up the price if it gets too much. Quick hydrate. I'm gonna do that though. Played a little bit on mobile and it seems cool. Here's the thing though. Is it a game that actually gets deeper in terms of gameplay? Or is it one of those games where you win by throwing money at it? Because I've seen, and don't get me wrong, this is not me knocking it inherently. Enough people are playing Nikke to where clearly there's got to be a draw on more than just boobs. In the same way that people are playing, like, Withering Waves. Is it Wuthering or Withering? Withering Waves or Honkai Star Rail or those kinds of things. You can go F2. I think so much that bats. You can go F2P and get away with it. In Nikke? And I guess the thing is, like, obviously, you know, boobs are part of the appeal of Nikke, but is the gameplay itself that, like, engaging? Because I remember there was a mode where it's you literally just take your hands off and you watch the girls play optimally. And it feels like, why would I not just do that all the time? You know, I'm throwing money, but IMO, it's more fun to play free like me because your team is random, so you have to figure out how they work together. That makes some sense, I suppose. But I mean, they don't play optimally. I see. Okay. As soon as it becomes grindy and demands that I recruit more girls to say, I know where the uninstall button is. That's a way to go about it. And by the way, this is not me saying gotcha forever bad forever and ever. Actually, how many of you have seen the trailer for that game coming out called Infinity Nikki? Where it's like Genshin or Breath of the Wild meets Dress Up? No, seriously. Like, how many of you have seen it? I want to get this off my chest. But watching these streams from multiple streamers over the past 24 hours has made me feel better and better with every minute. I can't stress enough how welcoming and kind to everyone this community is. Thank you for making these 24 hours feel welcoming and refreshing. Daniel, I am so glad that my stream could be, a place like that for you. That could be a place where you feel better and more comfortable. I know that you're going through a particular lot right now, so that this place can be a welcoming place of comfort and rest and respite for you. I'm honored. Thank you. Couple more hydrates. Okay. And, I don't know, like, I wanted to get into Nikke. Seriously, it's not just you, it's Shinon, Zeriberry, and Christiania's streams that made me... That's fair, that's fair. I didn't mean to take the credit. I'm glad to be part of that. Like, this is not the only community for a second, but the fact that I could be part of that at all, like on that list in any way. I could play Nikke for like the next year and still have new content and not pay a cent. Thanks for subsidizing me, I see. I don't know, like... I think the other thing is for me and certain gacha games, even the one that I used to play, like, so yeah, I actually want to bring back to that question. How many of you are familiar with Infinity Nikke? Seriously, like that game that I think even Mousy was geeking out about it, or there was some streamer that was going on about it. So there's a big game coming up. Maybe I can pull up the trailer. I'm gonna pull this down here. Okay, so, oh, people are actually playing it now. I think right now it's mostly PS5, and then I'm not sure if it's on PC. Gameplay trailer, okay, from a month ago. First preview, finally played, now I'm addicted. Oh, that's a recommendation on Steam. Oh my, oh no, I might be in trouble. Okay. I'm trying to find, that's an official trailer. I think this is the big deal. That's PS5. Debut trailer. I think it's just got to be that one. Okay, hold on. From a year ago. Oops. Okay. Scientist B, thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matarcon, VShojo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. Great to have you. And BB Rivas. Thank you so much for the follow as well. I am so sorry that I missed that earlier. Please enjoy your time here as well. Should your category still be pools, hot tubs, and beaches? Yes. I'm currently at the beach, and while, I don't know, while it is a virtual beach, I do still think that even any depiction of it could get me in trouble. I'm trying to play to the letter of the law. Nevertheless, okay, let me get this going. We're gonna have this open here. Okay, so here's a trailer for, oh, hang on a sec. For Infinity Nikke. Here's the trailer. Very pretty looking game, too. Not quite a game. There's something specific with that. Zenless Zone Zero. I'll talk about Zenless Zone Zero in a second, though. I got some words. Obviously, it's more than that. Yeah. I don't think this is gonna show us actual gameplay for a bit, but that's okay. Actually, I feel like that's not a bad point to it. Kind of shows all the things you can do. You can go fishing, you can explore. There's all these like houses and such. So, bingo, Autumn. This is the next game in that series. Because the game that I'm used to is hang on, let me pull up the actual name of it. Because the first game was called Nikki Up to You. And the one that I have now, the one that I've played, is Love Nikki. Oops. That's Infinity Nikki. Love Nikki Dress Up Queen Time Palace. Yeah, this is the actual YouTube channel for it. I wonder if it's like the most popular. This was the trailer for that. This is emphasizing the amount of outfits that you can have. But here's the thing. Here's what made Love Nikki unique. You could win or lose in a combat. You would have to dress for such an occasion, and then you would actually have points assigned to certain characteristics. And you could actually use little power-ups or debuffs on the other player. It's an actual, like, fashion combat game. And the thing was, like, here's the kicker. The art around it, the music around it, is actually really beautiful. Time Palace, Flowing Garden. Oh. It is kind of creative. And the thing is, like, it was very painfully gacha. Like, it would have you grind certain things to get certain parts of an outfit that you'd convert with all this paint and all this stuff and this, that, blah, 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 blah. That you would have to use gems to refurb it, to replenish if you ran out of, say, stamina or hearts or whatever. So it did the usual gacha BS, but you could also very reasonably still play it for free. And a lot of what drew me to it was the art and the music. How is this one? Yeah, you're not on vacation. There's some stuff that goes down in this game. Welcome back, gamer. So, I'm not anti-gacha. I have played gacha games. I rather like this one, in fact. Yeah, that's the thing. They're kind of misrepresenting it there, because that was based on likes. But in the game, each thing of clothes would have, like, you know, cute, cool, warm, or cold, or something like that. It would have those characteristics, and you would win by having better numbers. Ah! Thank you for the 400 bits. Must make dinner, tuna and bean salad. Thanks all laters. Take care, Vermouth. Thank you so much for popping in. And the Breadman 85. Thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matara Kanavi Shoujo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. Great to have you. Odyssey has stopped for Two Fest. Also 10 out of 10 concert. Thank you. Sorry to derail, but just wanted to... Scientist B, thank you so much. I had an amazing time at Two Fest, and I'm glad that you did too. And it was such an honor to join such legends in Toho music for that day. Honestly, like, I am still just beyond honored that I was asked to be part of it. 400 bits, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, like, we went from this game to, I think there was a sequel that played much the same but had some 3D graphics, to Infinity Nikki, which is more like, it looks more like Breath of the Wild or Genshin or something, like open world. So, I'm not inherently against gacha in its own right. Let me put the music back on. But the gameplay had me in. Like, I was still able to play something and kind of strategize and work alongside it. And yet, I could reasonably put it down without feeling like I had to do dailies every time. It kind of made that process quick enough. I was never really able to stay with Genshin or even... I have Honkai Star Rail installed, I think. I just haven't gotten around to playing it. Because it feels like... I don't know. Gacha games seem to have this way of taking games and turning them into chores that you pay for. And don't get me wrong, again, like, these games clearly have something, and they're not just throw money at the problem and you win. I just wish that I clicked with it a little bit more, I guess. Like, I don't know. Genshin and Honkai characters are so painfully hot. Just good gravy. Oh yeah, Zenless Zone Zero. Chat, I have a confession to make. I'm not proud of myself for this. I come to you with a lot of embarrassment in my heart, but I think it needs to be said. So I watched that clip of the wolf guy, and I saw Bao's reaction. And I was like, there's no way that this is ridiculous. What's she simping over now? And I watched the clip again. I get it. Heaven help me. I get it. But why be honest? No, listen, it's the truth. Okay. What is the name of the wolf boy for, from Zenless Zone Zero? Von Lycaon. Okay. Just listen. It's the voice, I don't get it. I'm like, I don't know. Listen, I've talked about liking voices before. Like, okay, chat, we're watching this together and tell me you're not even a little bit like, okay, hold up. Okay, hold on. It's just Latin for Mr. Wolf. Yeah, I could be Mrs. Wolf. Okay, here we go. It's actually gonna show. No, it's not doing. Okay. Dear Shoost, I need you to actually show up, please. It says that it's broadcasting, but, well, can I, like, get that to move, please? Do I need to scale it into existence, or no? Uh-oh. Why is it not doing the thing? Okay, I want to be careful. And then I'm gonna do this. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's because the window profile shrunk. Okay, so we're gonna scooch that left. Why is it stretched? What the heck? Why is it so stretched? What the heck? You know what? No, we're not doing that. We're gonna do it the weird way. All right. Browser window. And we're making it there. Okay.
We have obtained the item you requested.
Wait. I don't get it, but just the voice is part of it.
It seems this area requires further cleaning.
Chat, I don't get it. But the simpery has finally reached me. I finally found something not... I finally found something that is just not my usual. Chibidoki has Bowser, Bao has Lycaon, and oh gosh, who's the one from Blide? And I think yeah, yeah, his voice is good. Oh, okay, the steppies. Oh, she's adorable. A little bit stereotypical maid, but we can roll with that. Just, you know what it is? Okay. Dapper, competent, like dapper, competent, devilish voice, and like, I don't know, for some reason you would think that'd be, oh, so you like, who's the butler from, Black Butler? I'm simply one hell of a butler. What's his name? You would think that I like him. Sebastian. You would think that I'd be all about Sebastian. But no, like, I understand it, but I didn't have that situation. But this. He's classy somehow. Like, he doesn't seem full of himself in a way that I think I got from Sebastian. Just the suit and the voice and the grace of movements. Oh, the little distant. Yeah. Ugh. Mom, Dad, if you see this, I'm so sorry. Oh. The little eye moment. Ah!
This is the one! What a unique design! I can barely take my eyes off of it! Huh?
Thank you for using Victoria Housekeeping. We look forward to serving you again.
I think in oh yeah, it's at the end of it. Comments a bit. Fair warning, combat's a bit intense. Friends have remarked that it makes her hands hurt. Am I gonna roll for him? That's the thing. I've had similar reactions to Genshin guys and like other MiHoYo gents. Hopefully human, you get it. Cause like, he's dapper, he's competent, but he's also a good boy. Just, like, I don't know, just, listen. I have given you 8+ years of not having a weird simpery. Let me have this. And that's coming from someone who literally, oh, wow. I don't know, like, again, that's totally fair. And I'm asking not to have my yum yucked here. Realsley is also quite lovely, from what I understand. Has a similar aesthetic. The problem with Realsley is, well, I haven't played Realsley's game to that point. So I'm gonna make a version of the log split with oh. You don't have to, but I'm not gonna stop you. I don't, okay, you know what it is? I think Lycaon's character crosses a couple of things for me, because like I've talked about my two archetypes, right? Like good guys, like good boys, but also men. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? They could be wholesome himbos. They could be like, think Captain America. Like, he's very capable. He's very kind. He's a solid guy. He could also split me in half, like a phone book, with his hands, or a log with his hands. And the devilish, dapper kind of guy. We're just like, oh, you're such a silly girl. And I feel like Lycount is like somewhere in the middle, like captures some of those little essences for me, because like he's competent, he's dapper, he's got that voice, but also like he's a little tail, this little. I don't know, just that's. I bet he plays fetch with. Stop. You are a silly girl again. So very, very silly, delightfully loopy, but just delightful for doing so. Mentality, yes. But yeah, no, yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem when I see the weird simpery character of the week, the month, whatever. Because this is one of the few times that I've taken a look and just, I get it. I get it. You can't be doing this. English is my weakness. Is that right? And I can't be... Why? Is it a matter of I can't, or simply that I shouldn't? Tell me, in plain words. We support our virtual bunny girl and her weird sympathy for a wolf. Yeah, just listen. It's just a spark. I probably won't even play the game, and it won't even be a thing. You know, it won't even be. I'll forget. You know. But for now, it's just cute. Easy as. If Shinon notices my weakness for English girls, my life is over. Ayo, Shinon. You got your marching orders. You know what to do. What was I on about? Oh, the foreshadowing. Who knows though? Have you seen that one for Rena as well? No, I'm not sure who's Rena. Guessing it's the character. Oh, that's the main character. Okay. Well, let me see. Browser window. Turn this off. Gameplay and skill showcase. She does look cute. Nope. I feel like Numi is familiar with this. This looks. Oh, this is 2 weeks ago. Different maid. Okay.
Number 1. No trespassing on private property. Violators will be punished.
Aw. Oh my.
Number 2. Good children will be rewarded handsomely.
Oh no, that's okay.
As for the naughty ones.
It may no longer be June, but happy Pride Month, everybody. Oh no. Oh. Chat. On this day, I became a fan of puppeteers. This one specifically. I'm a fan of this puppeteer. She can pull my strings.
Number 4. The mirror always shows you your own reflection.
Alexandrina Sebastian. Okay.
You're awake. How do you feel? Oh, I prepared this meal with care to assist in your recovery.
Oh
Have
no.
a taste, won't you?
Rena, this child is but a mere bangbu. Show some mercy.
Well then, Sir Lycon, please accept it.
I have recalled a task I've yet to finish. Please excuse me.
Aww. Poor thing.
Then, Corin?
Number 5. Don't eat anything made by Rena.
Aww.
Unless you're me.
Oh no. Oh no. Zenless is giving me a problem. Zenless is giving me a problem. Oh, Mint's playing Buckshot Roulette. Buckshot Roulette. Okay. Oh heavens. As you can see, I'm clearly not anti-gacha because that. Oh boy, that's a lot of yeah. You know, the problem isn't gay enough. Well, I don't know. I mean, who knows? How many characters do you think might, a lot of good choices, I might add. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to like it. I'm gonna like it, though. Oh no. Yeah, Zenless is, I might give that one a try. Zenless is out right now, yeah? Thank you for the head pats. Is Zenless, like, out now? At least 4 days ago. Ah! Okay. Jump scared myself. Didn't think it would actually start playing. I have the option to download, so I assume. Yeah. Zone Zero is now online. Welcome to New Eridu. So chat, actually a more important question would be, and please understand, please be completely honest with me here. If I streamed ZZZ, is that a game you would want to watch me play? I say this knowing full well we still need to finish Paper Mario. And I plan to. You wouldn't. That's fair again. There's gonna be some games where because I'm playing it, people will step away. There's gonna be some cases where because I'm not playing a certain game, people will step away. And that's just how it is. I don't really watch game streams of you, at least. That seems very specific. Is it something that I do wrong, or is it more just like you don't tend to enjoy watching games? Or do I just play games in a silly way? It's not interactive enough for me. That's fair, but I also feel like a lot of this stuff that I do isn't particularly interactive. Like, oh, hydrate. That I can do. And then a fancy hydrate. Pinky out, of course. Well, that's okay. You don't necessarily have to watch all my streams. You're not here every day. That's okay. You don't have to be. It super depends on the game for me. I think that's the thing, like, as some of you may know, I used to stream almost exclusively music production. I would stream Minecraft sometimes because, you know, it was just a thing that I did. And then after a while, thank you for the reminder, mechanics. After a while, I just kind of locked into a structure. You know, it's just chatting, a game, dancing, your reproduction, you know, 5th day. I usually don't like streams in general, but I'm not sure why you're one of the exceptions. Teasingly, it could be because I cater to some of your desires, some of your interests. Realistically, there could be some appeal to the community. There could be just a way that I interact and engage. Could just be the outfit. Could just like how I look, and that's okay. I'm doing something right, and I'm glad to. But yeah, no, I think once I finish Paper Mario, I would consider doing Zenless Zone Zero. Fun fact, Jessica was the first streamer who got really into like the whole, this Twitch thing is, yeah, yay. You're for me, not for my, well, yeah, but I can coexist. Like, I can still have banter and jokes about stuff that's going on with Mario. I don't know. And I feel like playing a game once a week, I think, is not the end of the world. I am learning to accept at this point that, I remember right as I came out, yeah, it's Thousand Year Door. Brain's still dedicated. Yeah, it is. But like, I remember freaking out at the idea of people coming to my streams for something other than music. But now, I'm at a point where there will be weeks where I don't have your reproduction on the schedule, and it will still do well. Like, a lot of people come for my Just Chatting stream specifically, and that is wild to me. That is nuts. Hello? Mechanics? Thank you so much for the 20. Oh my gosh. Can we get some love in the chat for Mechanics? Oh my gosh, yeah. And I do believe that gets us a couple of wheel spins. Yeah, let me get the wheel out. All right. Thank you so much for that. Can we get some love in the chat for Mechanics for that big 20 drop? Very much appreciated. That is 2 spins, is it not? Yeah, I think the goal was originally 10, so that would be... Wait, why was the goal set to 20? I think it should have been 10. Oh, and then one from the Friday... That's right. And Peanut gifting a sub to Azure Eyes as well. Can we get some love in the chat? First to Peanut and to Azure Eyes. Please enjoy your emotes, sub badge, being part of the Oddities community. And it appears that we have a grand total of 4 spins to do, yeah? So let's go ahead and get to the wheel. And let's get to it. That's not where that's supposed to go. Anyhow. All right, so grand total of 4. And Peanut gifting another sub to Again. Can we get some love in the chat? First to Peanut for gifting that sub, and to Again for being around to receive it. Thank you so much for that. And please continue to enjoy your emotes, your sub badge, being part of the Oddities community. All right, so we have a grand total of 4 spins to do. So I'm gonna grab a notepad and I'm gonna jot down what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna do it. Boop. Hey, hang on a second. Wait, wait. Mechanics, did you just drop another 20? So that's another 2. So we have now 5 left. Okay, can we get some serious love in the chat to Mechanics? Are you gonna be okay? You just dropped 40 bucks on me. That is like genuine question. Are you gonna be all right? Fine. I'm just jotting down. I'm just keeping track. Okay. All right. That's the sub goal. So we're gonna bump that to the next milestone. Also to keep track of how many folks we've got. That's 50. Save. All right. So 5 more spins to go. All right. All right. So you're gonna choose my profile picture for a day. Draw character of chat's choice by memory. In 2 minutes. Nya for 2 minutes. All right, 2 more. Why don't we make the drawing from memory? It is from memory. Oh, you mean like use whatever I draw as my profile picture. Okay. Well, we still have a couple spins left to do, so let's do that. Chat, choose a stream title. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, we're good. 1 more. We already spun that one, so I'm gonna hide that and do it again. Copy pasta, okay. Alright, so we need to choose what I could record the copy pasta. Draw Von Wolf. Yeah? Alright, so we need to pick something for cursed audio. Actually, if you'll permit me to be a bit efficient, I would like to make whatever copy pasta you have me read be what ends up on Twitter. And yeah, for 2 minutes. Draw character, 2 minutes. And that will be my PFP. And then... Oh yeah, you get to choose my stream title. Yep, that covers it. So, which copy pasta shall I read for you? I had a really cursed idea for one. Maybe stop posting about Among Us, but with Eurobeat. Maybe? I have one that I'm not fond of, but it might be a thing. It's a little much now that I think about it, but I'm gonna run it by y'all anyway. Where is it? I'm going to show you a tweet. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can find it. That's not it. This is the one that I'm thinking of. Hang on, it's not showing on the wheel. Here we go. I'm only allowed to... It's so cursed. I'd almost rather do the Flareon one, honestly. This is an option, but we don't have to do this one. Please don't make me do this one. There's also other copy pastas that I could do that would be great and lovely and funny, and not this one. I enjoy the cute ones. Yeah, we could do a cute one. I could look up the Flareon, like, most lovable. You know what? I think I like that idea. Let's pull that one up. All right. All right. Huggable. No, we're not doing Vaporeon because that one gets a little wild, even compared to the, yeah, even compared to the one that I was considering reading just there. Hydrate, that I can do. Hello, Blue Thompson, and hello, Yumi. Great to see you. As someone who is categorically huggable, you're also huggable. Aw, thank you. Yumi, we're picking out a cursed copy pasta for me to record for Twitter. Before we get to some of the other things that just got unlocked, because Mechanics, like an absolute super chat, just dropped $40. So we've been doing some wheel spins and taking care of that. All right. So I've got the Flareon copy pasta here. Will that actually work properly? Yes, good. Okay. Let me get Twitter ready. All right. Where's Twitter? Yes. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Excuse me. I'm gonna give you reverb on this end, but obviously I can't do that for Twitter. Well, that's not the way that my hand is facing. Here we go. Hey guys, did you know that in terms of human companionship, Flareon is objectively the most huggable Pokemon? While their maximum temperature is likely too much for most, they're capable of controlling it, so they can set themselves to the perfect temperature for you. Along with that, they have a lot of fluff, making them undeniably incredibly soft to touch. That's not all. They also have a very respectable... I gotta undo it. Sorry. I goofed it. Hey guys, did you know that in terms of human companionship, Flareon is objectively the most huggable Pokemon? While their maximum temperature is likely too much for most, they're capable of controlling it, so they can set themselves to the perfect temperature for you. Along with that, they have a lot of fluff, making them undeniably incredibly soft to touch. But that's not all. They have a very respectable special defense stat of 110, which means that they are likely very calm and resistant to emotional damage. Because of this, if you have a bad day, you can vent to it while hugging it, and it won't mind. It can make itself even more endearing with moves like Charm and Baby Doll Eyes, ensuring that you never have a prolonged bout of depression ever again. That is delightfully wholesome. I'm gonna post it as in terms of human and Pokemon. Oh wait, I'll just title it Flareon. Get yours today. Just walk into the grass. Come into the grass. We have Flareon. No, what you have is Eevees. You need the Firestone. It is Firestone, right? Okay. So that's 2 actually knocked off. That was the cursed-ish copy pasta, and that's for Twitter. We also need to draw a character from memory for 2 minutes, and that will be my profile picture for the day. And then we'll do change of stream title and Nya for 2 minutes. Okay, MS Paint right here. Zoom out. There. Yeah. There's MS Paint. Excuse me. Oh, it needs to be here. There it goes. Okay. So I need something to draw. I should draw Mr. Wolfie. Okay. And set that as my PFP. I think if I draw Mr. Wolfie, for my PFP, I'll include myself fawning over him. So people aren't like, oh, Odyssey is a wolf now. Okay. I'm getting a look at the character for about 10 seconds. Okay. And I'll get a timer going for 2 minutes. All right. Stopwatch, no, timer for 2 minutes starts.
You're such a good girl.
sand on. Anyhow, if I recall correctly, you had a dog fairly recently. This isn't the first time you've had a dog on your... Have I not? I can't remember such a time. When was the last time I had a dog profile picture? I can't think of it. All right, 2 minutes starts now. All right, I'm gonna get a brush size of about that much. So we got like the wolfy ears. And he's got like a little bit of hair here. He's got like a black mask around like parts of his eyes, and like a little bit of his it's kind of like a muzzle, but not. And it's got like that goes up here kind of thing. And he's got like a red eye. No, we should probably draw the actual like eye first. And then we'll do the red. And then we'll have a little spot over here for the other eye. Kind of goes there. I'll do that fancy hydrate once I'm done drawing. I'll put the music back on. Let's go ahead and finish drawing him in. He's got a little snoot. Not sure if it's brown. I think I'm drawing him to look too much like a deer. And he's got like the little... he's got like a red tie, doesn't he? Yeah. There.
Sit down.
What are you...
Your eyes to meet mine.
You can't do this while I'm dropping. Come on, that's not fair. And then his... That was uncalled for. Rude. All right, so he's got like that, but then he's got like a suit, so it's like, okay, we need that for the suit. And it's like that, and it goes like that. Oh, oh, timer's done. Okay, so now let's actually take a look at Shika noko 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 kosh tan tan. Shika noko 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 kosh tan tan. Really? Really? Both of you back to back? Really? Come on. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Lycaon ZZZ and see how wrong I got it. Okay. So here's a picture. Oh, I can't drag it in. Oh, is this a web P? Mother, father, and son of a biscuit. Wow, been a while since I've heard that one. Wait, why did that not have the little echo-y thing at the end? That was weird. All right. So if I drag that there, yep, still a web P. And it won't let me drag that in. Okay. Hey, can I just add it to another layer, please? Hello? Can I just drag stuff in? Should be able to do that now. All right. Stop canceling. Okay, can I like delete that layer? Okay, so really there's no like PNG or something? Why is it always WebP? Screenshot it. I could do that, couldn't I? Come on, put it again. Okay, oh, they actually like cut off part of the design. Okay, and then I'll trim, I'll crop it down to the details. I just kind of want to see how well I did. I did not do a very good job. I drew a generic anime wolf boy. I didn't even draw his gloves. Okay, so I'm gonna go to screenshots, put the music back on. Okay, and then stop. All right, it's not gonna let me. It's not gonna let me do that. Didn't draw his tail wag. Well, I only had 2 minutes, and y'all were trying to distract me. Jerks. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna... Okay. Ah! Wait, what? Alright, I'm gonna replace this with... Oh, thank you for the head pads. Let me get... Let's see, it's under screenshots. I'll just add it here. Let's see. Sort by date. Okay. So here he is. I mean, so the nose was definitely wrong, but I got the chunk of the tie, I guess, and the fact that he had some sort of collar. I could have done worse, actually. All right, and now to truly make it my profile picture. Is that like? Yes, I would like one Lycown from Temu, please. All right, I'm gonna draw me all chibi over here, like. Let's see, we'll do there. And then, oops, that's a little much. Right there, a little bit there, and then, oh, thank you for that. And then, little heart eyes. And I'm clothed. There. Okay, so I'm gonna save this as, me simping for Lycown. I don't want to save it as a flattened image, I just want to save the document. Okay, maybe save as PNG? Okay, I'll just save it regularly. Let's see. Me simping over Lycown. Yes, I'll have it flattened. Thank you very much. All right, and then after the stream, I'll go ahead and change my profile pictures around. All right, so there's that. Okay, so we've drawn the character. That will be my PFP. We now have to change the stream title, and then I have 2 minutes of Nya. Question is, do you want Nya or do you want Pyon? Oh, I also have Hydrate and Fancy Hydrate. And then, of course, for Fancy, we stick our pinkies out. Like so. Okay. Did that. Nyan or Pyon? Yes. Yeah, you gotta pick. Okay. Stream title, beaches be like, and then be the beaches that be like. It's actually brilliant. Done. Don't look at the clips if you don't want to die. What got clipped? What's wrong with that? Let me see. Oh, the part where I moaned along to the nut button. I mean, that happens. Sort by all. I'll think of that, pets. What does Zoomer humor get to me? It's just, it's absurd, and that absurdity can be funny. It's like the same reason that a goofy face is funny. It's just like, oh, that just looks funny. That's just not what I expect a face to look like. In a way that I find humorous. Taco Bell sound. Do I have that? I do. Okay. All right. What was I gonna do? Right. So we picked the stream title. Now we have 2 minutes in Nya, don't we? All right. unless I hear any objections, I'm gonna do this as nya instead of pion. Going once. Going twice. Right, meow. All right, 2 minutes of nya starts now and starts right meow. What do you want to talk about, nya? What's on your minds, nya? I wonder if I should. I just realized you spoil us too much, nya. What do you mean spoil you too much, nya? I just like to take good care of you, nya. I'm just glad that you're here, nya. Pia? That's not nya, nya. That's pia, nya. Nya to see Neurobeat. Nya to see Murobeat. More like nya. Rice and beans are on my mind, nya. Why is that so? Nya. Hold up, Neurobeat. I think Neurobeat has existed before, nya. Although there is also Eurobeat that's got. Oh, thank you for the headpats, nya. There is also Eurobeat that's very much, you know, very kiddie, nya. I think it was Friskies from Toho Eurobeat that actually has nya in the lyrics. I was about to suggest that Japanese tongue twister that includes the word nya, better nyat. Why not? I'd give it a try, nya. Sounds great, thank you, nya. Man, are the mod tips punishment free now? Thank you for the headpats, nya. Mod tips are oh! Thank you for pointing that out, nya. Looks like, that was... We received $10 from. I will read that out in just a second because it feels weird to do while I'm doing nya mode nya. But we did get 10 through Pally nya. For those who don't know, thank you so much for that, Beth nya. Pally allows me to split tips between the moderation team nya, and every cent of it is split between the mods. In this case, I am doing the stream elements bar nya, so Pally goes just to the mod team nya. Please consider contributing that way as well, nya. Much appreciated. There are 15 seconds left of me in nya mode, nya. What could I do to make this memorable, nya? Oh, I know. Nya, 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 nya. Throw one of those in for free, nya. 0, nya. Timer's done. All right. Should we do another wheel spin for the Pally bar, or do we just roll with that differently? Mods, what would you like for that? Do you have any other discussions? Oh, right. Speaking of Pally, we got $10 from... The thing says $10 from a good girl. Actually, specifically, it says a good girl tipped $10. Are we doing wheel spins for Pally goals, or no? What would you like? Thank you for the headpats. Yay! Yeah, what do you think? Mods, should we do wheel spins for Pally or no? I think we used to back when it was the only bar we used. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll do another wheel spin for that. Okay. I'm a good sport. I can do that. Okay. Wheel. Oh, right. There we are. One more. Do you want a copy pasta just for you, or would you like to respin? Legitimate question, like, do you want me to do another copy pasta just for you, or would you rather I spin the wheel again? Yeah, what would you like? Maybe again? Which one?
Excuse me? Excuse me? Mommy? Sorry.
Yes, darling?
Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
You called? Okay, I suppose I could respin. Alright, we're respinning then. Ah. Now this one I'm about. And I think because it landed on this, I'm going to give it my all. Yeah, I think I'm even going to put in some effects too. All right. Arara, iko da ne. Not sure if that was actually any good though. What? Well, I suppose that's that though. Okay, I'm gonna put the wheel away. Okay. Put that down on the bar. So we did those. Great. Right. By the way, before I go on too much further, thank you so much, Mechanics, and to our mysterious good girl for contributing to the bars. For whether it's Pally or the Stream Elements bar, thank you so very much for supporting not just me, but the team that makes this possible. It goes without saying that this is very much a team effort. Hello, Mikotan. I'm doing okay. Still a little warm today, but I made it through the heat. How about yourself? I hope you're doing very well. Hungry again, it's almost 4 a.m. Grab a piece of fruit or something. Actually, that reminds me, I might need to head up the grocery store pretty soon. On the subject of food. Oh, thank you for that, Bats. We only have about 15 minutes left. How y'all doing, by the way? This weather has me craving frozen grapes. I've heard good stuff about that. 8 strawberries before stream. Good choice. Doing alright, pretty tired after AX. Very productive, though. Met up with Phoebe. Oh, yay! I love any chance that I get to meet up with Phoebe. She's amazing. I love her very much. She is... Like, it wasn't enough for her to just be talented. She also had to be adorable and amazing and a sweetheart, too. Just... an actual idol. Good food has been had. Heck yeah, let's go. But yeah, last few things, question, comments, what's on your minds, what's on your hearts? As for me, I think I don't much care for the movement range that I had here. I might reduce that slightly. Because I can still go over here and over here, but I think it was letting me go up and down a bit too much too. Right here is just fine by me. A certain amount of predictability is nice. A little disappointed with how poorly my non-stop makes. Oh no, well, I mean, what's your promotion strategy been? Have you been putting it out in the world? It's been 2 days and it hasn't even reached 200 views. That's still a pretty big deal though. Like, that's 200 times that someone chose to watch your video. I think you might be getting a little hard on yourself. Yeah, I don't know. I think, another one said, that's the thing about the internet though, especially with YouTube. A lot of people will do Eurobeat mixes and they'll either catch on or they won't. And, it's hard to tell what'll make a difference. I have 2K subs and not even a third of them wanted to watch it. Here's the thing. Sub count does not mean what it used to anymore. Subscribers will only be notified when you release a video. That is a chance for them to watch it. Your odds are not necessarily better by having a huge amount of subscribers. They're more likely, but it's not a given. To put it in perspective, let me grab my channel. All right, we're gonna do YouTube Studio. At this moment, I have 82,529 subscribers. So by that logic, you would think that my videos would get about, you know, maybe 50,000 views, right? Because, you know, not everyone sees it. I am lucky to get 1,000 views in a day. Yeah, you cannot count your sub count as that many people standing in a room. You cannot. Do not consider that. Consider subscribers a mailing list. They get a little mail that lets them know, hey, again, just uploaded a video to YouTube. You should probably check it out. And consider what people do with mail. They might throw it out. They might recycle it. They might even read it. And they'd be like, oh, that's cool. And then do nothing. I have not stopped releasing music since my Brony days. There are people that come to my channel and say, I didn't know you were still around. All that to say, don't be too hard on yourself. Blah, 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 blah. Don't be too hard on yourself for how the algorithm treats your video. You are not the count of your views. You are not your subscriber count. Making one thing that pops off and goes successful does not guarantee that you have something substantial, nor does it mean that everything else that comes after that, that you've peaked or something. Social media sucks ass right now. It really does. It is just not cool. YouTube is allowing all kinds of awful stuff to happen, but if you get reported even once for it by someone who has it out for you, you're done. Twitch has constant double standards, and that's just the two that I feel like talking about right now. Intended to use non-stop mixes to get a following, then transition to original content, but I'm kind of disappointed that the thing that's designed for promotion isn't promoting anything. I used to do the remixes for that, like the Ariana Grande, the BTS stuff. Like, I used to do that for promo, and then my hand got smacked for daring to violate copyright. Ever. And they told me that it wasn't for that, but then the instant I got rid of those videos, oh, suddenly magically it's back! Would you be open to advice again? Would you be open to some advice from me on the matter of what you want to make and when? If not, then I'll completely respect that. Like, I'm open to advice. Make what you want now. Do not wait for a following to happen. Seriously. If you build a following for one thing and then you start doing another, people's expectations will be set for the one thing, not for the another. I know what I want to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Do it anyway. Do it scared. Do it scared out of your mind. Do it with the fear that no one will see it. And then promote it to those who you think would want to see it most. I'm making music, but I'm not making much progress. That's okay. You've got to start somewhere. In fact, it is better for you to upload something that is not done, or that's not your 100% best, and then you do better on the next one, than to fine-tune everything into perfection. Doing Eurobeat for a year and I finished a grand total of 2 tracks which are not even finished. Don't worry about that. Find a way to finish it. It doesn't have to... Don't worry about if it matches the structure, the intro riff, first one, blah, 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 blah. End it when you want it to be done and release it. Let it be done. Let it suck. And then the next one, let it be done. Let it suck. And then keep doing that until the amount of suckage between releases becomes less. And people start to notice. Here's the thing. Making stuff for an audience is tricky in that people don't necessarily notice individual uploads. They can sometimes, but that only does so much for you. I have been playing the long game for 20 years. Almost. 20 years I've been making Eurobeat. I still do not have the numbers that my contemporaries do. I am violently outclassed by Turbo, by Eurobeat Union, by the Living Tombstone, by plenty of people around me. My numbers don't match theirs. I've had successes that are up there. I've had videos with millions of views. Discord isn't my only one. I'm still here making it. It hurts when people say, oh, you're still around? I never left. You did. Not you, like, in chat, but, like, that's my response to them in the back of my head. Make what you're making anyway. The people that you want watching it, reading it, hearing it, position it to them as much as you can, and they will come. Uploading on its own is not enough. But what you're making is worth being out there anyway. Whether it's a hobby or a job or, you know, a hobby plus where it brings in some income, what you're making is worth releasing. What you're making is worth putting out there and building that as the basis. Sorry, I got a little weirdly heavy with that, but like, forget about an algorithm. Forget about, oh, upload X amount of TikToks every single day. Forget about uploading a video every single day. Forget about that. Make stuff at your pace. Make it your pace and build your community build your community, not a community on Discord. Your audience, not an audience on Twitch. Just think about it. If I wanted a Twitch audience, then I'd probably just stream Big Booby Girl all the time and not talk about Eurobeat much. I wouldn't be making Eurobeat music. What I should be doing, thinking about now, is not worrying that my Strawberry Girl isn't getting that level of attention. How do I say? Don't say that it's your Discord yet. You could have another one. I knew a producer that kept fine-tuning an individual song for years and years and years and years and years. People loved it the first time it came out, but it's like, oh no, wait, it's not really done yet. Revamped it, and revamped it, and revamped it, and kept trying to polish until there was more polish than song. And it didn't even sound better with the time. Some say they're still working on it to this day. Don't worry about having your Discord. Make something that's worthy of being your Discord as much as you can, as often as you can. Make a bunch of Discords. But don't worry about it hitting Discord numbers, you know? The most that you can do is your best. I'm extremely fortunate that I'm at a point in my career where I do have to think about the specifics, the tactics, and the strategies. There's still some work to do around Strawberry Girl. I'm not done promoting that yet. There's content that I need to make around that. There's merch that I need to make around that. But when you're starting out, well, you have a perfect vision in your mind. The audience will just get and appreciate the work for what it is in the moment. There's something to be said for that, yeah. I don't think I really even want YouTube attention, but somehow the metrics are still mattering to me. It is, we get some amount of validation from that number. Listen, I still count likes on selfies on, like, Twitter. I get validation from that. I like when people think that I'm attractive. I didn't expect this, and now I don't know how to handle it. You don't have to. What you're doing now is fine. You only have to do something if you want to do something with it. Are you trying to build an audience for a greater purpose? Do you just want to show a bunch of people the stuff that you've been working on individually? What I'm doing now isn't fine. Why not? What is it missing that needs? What do you mean by not doing enough? You hear how vague these things are. What are your standards? What is the metric by which you're measuring? Are you underperforming now? Or did that one video just violently overperform? You're just starting out. Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? That's my advice, at least. Who's depicted leaning on the prelude? Oh, in the second mix, yeah? I just mean music in general. You're not doing enough. Is it you're not doing enough music in general? My question to that is, what would be the measure? How would you measure doing enough music to where when you've reached it, you would know. How many songs? How many mixes? How many this, that, whatever? How many minutes of music would you want to make? In my case, I do feel like I've missed... oh, thank you for the hearts. I've missed releasing my own music. And granted, the standards are higher now because now there's an expectation for music videos, for this or that or whatever. Thank you for that. In my case, financially, I could stand to release a song maybe once every 2 months. But even then, that's more just that's a measurable thing. That is something that I can be like, okay, a song of about 3.5 to 5 minutes or more, with these assets every couple of months. And I'm feeling that because I've been letting client work get in the way and not doing enough about that client work to get to the rest of my queue. But if you don't have a way to measure, you're just going to constantly feel like you're not doing enough. Quantify what you want to do. Otherwise, you're doing great. Seriously. You only gotta care about the number stuff if, I don't know what would be enough. I want to make an album and not be unhappy with the first track by the time I'm finished with the last one. Girl, I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. Not because you're, not because of anything. You're probably gonna be great, but everyone, excuse me, everyone's dissatisfied with their first work. Everyone's dissatisfied with their first track on something. I'm dissatisfied with stuff I released earlier this year. There's some stuff with the Pion, or the, oh gosh. What's the name of the remix I did of Numis? There's some stuff about the Benui remix that's really dissatisfying to me. But, hello Arkines, good to see you. Repion, Benui, yeah. But like, instead of judging it based on that, instead of being upset about how bad your first whatever song was, think about measuring how much better you are by the last song. Ah, Winry, hello! Hello Raiders, hello everybody. I am usually ending my stream now, but I'll hang out for a couple more minutes. Hello, hello! How y'all doing? I hope you had a great stream. You forgot a raid message? No worries. We take raiders with or without messages. How was your stream? What were you up to? Let's see. And then we're gonna shout you out. What were you up to? Looks like you're playing retro games. What kind of retro? Playing Mass Effect. I still haven't played Mass Effect, but I heard good stuff about the early games at least. That's awesome though. Thank you so much for bringing your new model upgrades. Do tell. And I know that you just got done with the stream. I know that I'm hitting you with a lot of questions. That if you need to take care of yourself, you need to go take a bath, have a bite, take a nap, whatever it is you need to. Please make sure that you're taking good care of yourself. If you're from Winry's community, hello, I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat, and I make Eurobeat music. Like I've had my work featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Matar Kanavi Shoujo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. I do just chatting streams like this as well. And, yeah. I'm here. I have outfits that viewers can change. Ooh, that sounds awesome. I haven't thought about that kind of thing yet. That's so cool, though. Aw, I bet you have really cute outfits, too. Vinyan. 2007. Yeah, I know. Shannon, we're getting older. We're biddies now. It's 5 in the morning. Please get some rest if you need to. The Toho Eurobeat never leaves my drive. Oh, yay, thank you. Heckle up one. Girl, I'm right here. Let's just do it. And I wear my hag status as a badge of honor. Thank you very much. And as I imagine many of us do. Sorry. Sorry, it's really dry in here. I've got a lot of fans and air conditioning going on, and it's been drying out my voice, even though Keto's been really good to it lately. I digress. Listen to some Eurobeat early and wanted to. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. Mass Effect's got a remaster. All bets are off calling it retro. I don't know. Let's, I don't know. What were we on about? Right. Only care about the numbers of. We were talking about content and some of the ways that we can have a healthy relationship with it, as opposed to like, oh, it's not doing as well. This is bad. If you're doing this for a living, then yeah, stress about the numbers, stress about the algorithm, that kind of thing. If you just want to make something and have some satisfaction, make it measurable, sensical, and that it makes sense for you. The way that my manager brought it up to me was SMART goals. Was it where each letter of SMART stands for something? Okay, what was it? Oh, sorry. I am eepy. Something measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. Let me look it up though, just to be completely sure. Specific, yes. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. Yeah. So, if I said, I want to be good at Eurobeat, I know that I'm better, I hate that I have nothing to show for it, that's what I don't like. Make something to show for it. Just make something. Put it out there. It won't be your best. And by the time that you've made something else that's even better, that won't be your best either. Instead of, you're trying, you're doing okay. You're doing good. I'm gonna pet your little text bubble. You're doing good. The fact that you're putting in the time, the fact that you're putting in the effort, that you're spending time in the space, that you're listening to new work and thinking about how that can influence your own, that's something. That's valuable. And when it comes to measures, like, okay, you hate that you have nothing to show for it, release one thing. You have something to show for it. And then if you feel like, oh, I've improved since then, make something to show for that. And the thing is, like, being able to know when to stop. At some point you gotta draw a line in the sand and be like, what am I willing to put up with? No. There comes a point where it's like, I can't do much more with this track, or I just need to be done with this track. It's done. Finish it. Like, do whatever it is that you need to do to get it out the door. That's all. You just need to see mental health professionals. I will never advise against that if one has the means to do so. Yes, my now probably very dated references. But yeah, Vortex113, thank you so much for the follow on the stream. It is great to have you here. I am Odyssey of Odyssey Eurobeat. My music has been featured in Super Eurobeat, Initial D, DDR, Machar Khan of V-Shoujo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. Sonic 06, there we go. Yeah, Sonic 06 is retro. Yeah, that's retro. I could work with that being retro, honestly. But yeah, no. Sonic Generation. Stop. But yeah, no. I don't know. I've had to wrestle with a few things too. Like, I wish that I had the numbers that my contemporaries do. It's hard not to judge myself a little bit when I see upstarts and newcomers getting way bigger numbers on stuff than I ever have, except maybe in the Brony era. You know, I get hard on myself for similar reasons. So some of this is just what I've had to learn to stop myself from doing it as much. So instead of clinging to the standard of if I don't make turbo numbers, I'm gutter trash, I go, well, did I make something different and unique? I'm gonna head off to have dinner and we'll take care, gamer. Thank you so much for popping in. You know, if I held myself to that standard, I would be constantly disappointed in myself. That's an unrealistic standard to have. I just don't have those kind of metrics. Instead, I go towards, well, what could I do better this time? What could I do to make something better about it? Take care, Peanut. Thank you so much for popping in. So I'm doing better music videos. I've been taking better care of my voice. I've been doing, I feel like I've been doing a little bit to get back into writing lyrics more often. So maybe that'll re-improve instead of, you know, I can resharpen that. Worry less about the numbers, you know? Strawberry Grove music, aw, thank you. I'm very proud of it, honestly. Like, the music was amazing. The artwork by Mo was fantastic. The animation and the video were so good. I could not have done something that good on my own. I'll tell you that. That's reality. I don't want to. Oh no. But yeah, no. What was I on about? I'm gonna rehydrate again. But yeah, no, if you're just starting out, be good to yourself. It's only once you're, like, depending on it for a living that you really, where you might want to crack down a little bit more. But even then, you got to be careful as heck. Burnout is real and it will kill. Burnout is real and it will kill. If not your drive, if not your creativity, if not your health, then possibly you. To a degree, you are selling your own passion. Yeah. That's part of why I'm incredibly lucky to have what I have. I can make Eurobeat music whether I was paid for it or not. And problem is I'm only doing non-stop mixes reviews. That's gonna drain your joy so quickly. If you're not enjoying making mixes, don't do it. Don't do stuff just for views. Now, granted, if it's connected to what you're wanting to do, then, you know, it's a little bit more fluffy. It's a little bit more fuzzy there. But, if it's purely for the sake of views, then cut it out. Mind you, listen, I don't just have my tits out for views. I have them out because I like the attention, and it's a way that I want to express myself, including in my music. Poor is going through recovery for a burnout. It's no joke and is properly debilitating. I'm a huge proponent for proper rest. Yeah. Yeah, again, don't do them. I'm gonna pause the music. Free yourself from that. If you don't like making them, let them go. Let it go. Make something you want to make. And then put that out there. Ow. But, the problem is I really like listening to them. You could make a mix for the purpose of listening to it. That's a valid reason to make one. I see you as sexy and classy. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you, Alpha. I don't like making them at all. There's a bunch of mixes out there. You do not have to lift a finger to make them. Go find them. People have uploaded the SEB non-stops, I'm sure. Trying so hard to put that out there, but my executive dysfunction is way taller than I am. It's hard. Yeah, it's what I'm saying is it's easy to say and hard to do. I like making the actual music part, but I hate doing everything else. Yeah, that is not what my hand was doing. Yeah, no, like although I did make the album art for Soundtrack to Annoy Transphobes. That is something, yeah. Here I was thinking I would stream myself building work in my... Here's the thing. Sharing something that you love isn't a guarantee to burn you out. As long as you have healthy expectations about how it's going to go. If you just want to share what you're doing, if you just want to stream building and working on stuff and share it with a few friends, that's a great thing to do. That's not going to burn you out. But if you're doing it with the expectation of numbers, of building a community around you building and working on projects, that's when it gets a little sticky. Build stuff because you want to build stuff. If the streaming part doesn't work out, you still have your projects. That was part of why I streamed in the first place. It wasn't even necessarily to build this. I just ended up having so much fun that it ended up becoming this. I started streaming to hold myself accountable to producing more Eurobeat. Like, it ended up becoming something else because I loved it so much. And I had started actually having fun with it and enjoying it and letting myself be part of what I do. And it became something wonderful. I'm fine with numbers when the alphabet is involved. Eesh, I feel that. Algebra. I want to stream year reproduction because I would have people to pressure me to make music. I need routine, I don't have it. Well, make it. This is literally a counter-argument against hustle culture, which is truly the worst thing to come out of the last decade. I feel that. One of my last jobs before this was door dashing because the job market was and remains absolute dog water. Where are all the people for our jobs? You're asking for 5 years of experience in something that has existed for less than 3. Why is there no one here to take our job, to fulfill this job? Honey, you're asking for a marketing degree to drive the Weenie Mobile. That's not an exaggeration. Maybe watching you deal with, unironically, the darkest time in my life. No one wants work. Stop asking degree holders exist. Yeah, no. Minimum wage would be high for what degree holders get. We want seniors only for a piece of software that exists 2 years. Exactly. If you haven't taken 3 companies viral in a software that hasn't existed yet, we don't want you. Credential inflation is crazy. It is. And now, given the amount of resumes that go out to places, what ends up happening is they have machines that'll scan for keywords. The rest of it could be nothing. You want to pay seniors like interns? That implies they pay interns. You want an intern to create the next big programming language without the budget to do so. I digress. I'm not going to get too far into that. All this to say, you gotta be good to yourself in all this. Your health is not worth numbers. Your wellness should not be sacrificed for the sake of expense. For the sake of numbers. I want you to make an entire game for me for $8 an hour. I'm an ideas man. Oh gosh. That implies I want to pay interns. Now you're talking business language. Yeah. Yep. My wellness is being sacrificed. Yeah, exactly. While this individual and I disagree on a few things, I like Gary Vee's perspective on it. It's like, of course kids aren't applying for your stuff. You're asking stupid requirements for stupid low pay. They could get that kind of money doing what they love, becoming an influencer in some sphere that they like. They could just do that and earn better than what you're paying them for less requirement. I appreciate his honesty in that part. You need to heavily personalize your resume and cover letter to get the job. No, you won't actually. Exactly. Bingo. Now, granted, I have known good employers. I have met good employers. They are very few and far between. And then on the creative side of things, all of this to say, like, do what you gotta do to make ends meet. Do what you gotta do to put food on the table and a roof over your head and clothes on your back, meds in your system if you need them. But, in terms of your creative endeavors, in terms of what you do for you, if you want to monetize that, do so at your own peril. It could be great. It could end up being something like this. I work my dream job. I make the genre I love for an audience I adore, that adores what I do, and I get to be myself. That gets to be part of what I do. It is possible. But be so careful about how you go about it. Problem for me is that I don't think I have a future outside of music. That leads to a bigger issue, and I don't think I'm qualified to speak to that. I think that would that would be best suited by talking to someone who might be more qualified to get into your passions, your qualifications, what you're good at, what you could learn quickly, like your learning style. There are things to that I think here in the States we have job centers that will actually go over some of these things. In California, at least. I'm not sure how unemployment agencies are in other states or other countries. And while it takes time away from the actual job search and it doesn't pay you or anything like that, it is still valuable. And it's that kind of thing where learning about yourself and learning to be good to yourself in that and discovering what you're good at, what you like, what's that Japanese concept of the four things where like let's see. What's it? Ikigai. Love, skill, needs, and money. You're probably not going to get all of it, but let's go ahead and do the wheel view real quick. Oh, it's a LinkedIn. Right. But as much as I hate to point out this kind of thing, it is real. Sometimes very few of us get full tilt Ikigai. In fact, I go so far as to say I don't know if the world needs Eurobeat. Eurobeat is a luxury. Starving kids that are working in like mine shafts somewhere to make the technology that I'm using to make bleeps and bloops, they probably don't need my music right now. So I'm probably more like in this hemisphere. But I'd say there's still things that you can do, other considerations. It may not be something that you love, but it could be something that you're good at. And something that you can be paid for. And these are hard skills. These can be trained. These can be instilled. Most of you could learn Google Analytics and Google AdWords right now for free and get certified by Google for free. Seriously. It's just right there. And then that is directly applicable to jobs. That depends on if you want to do that kind of thing, but the point is, like, it's worth finding what you're good at. If you need to put food on the table, then lean towards what you're good at and what you can be paid for. If it's something that you're working on just for yourself, what you love is it's fine to just be up here. You don't need to pull all of this into it. I know, I feel like I'm getting weird in terms of the direction that I'm going, but is this getting anywhere? I'm thinking of getting me some cybersecurity courses. Sure. You may be surprised at what you enjoy. Exactly. How do I say? Too often I just say life is short. A way that I want to say it is life is long enough to explore, but only just. It's too short to not explore. I'll put it that way. Look into what you might like, what you might want to do. Life is short, audience. Height doesn't matter when I've got you on your knees, darling. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. This has more of an effect on you. Not sure how short you feel right now at the moment, do you? But when you're on the ground, it sets a perspective far more accurately. On knees. Shut up! Hey! See me too. Hey! Anyhow, we're getting in the weeds here. Be good to yourselves. When it comes to creative stuff, don't worry about the numbers too much. When it comes to jobs, do what you gotta do. But don't take any crap. You are worth more than you're getting. On that note, I feel like I should start taking questions, comments from Arch Redemptions and rest my voice. Cherish those you love. Bingo. Worn many hats inside of the same industry, and every new hat seems to lead to a more enjoyable. There you go. That's a good way to go about it. But I gotta stretch real quick. Captain Shashrenkov, thank you so much for the follow and stream. It is great to have you here. I'm Odyssey of Odyssey Yearbeat. My music has been featured in Super Yearbeat, Initial D, DDR, Matara Konavi Shoujo, Rolling Stone, and much, much more. Thank you so much for the head pats. Read some love in the chat for Captain. Life is short, but also the longest thing you'll ever do. I find this sort of comfort. Yeah, it is. It's long enough to do what you need to do, but too short to waste. Yeah, last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions. Let's see who we should raid today, too. I need to get away from this LinkedIn page. Dang, Mousie's still at Disneyland. It's a full day. Oh, Red. Red Golite, are you listening? Are you here? Let me know when you're here and I'll say it. Red, you are such a good boy. Who's a good boy? It's you, Red. What a good boy you are. Good boy. Good boy. Who's my good boy? How's that? Great to catch you live. I'm not often awake during these hours, but always good. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you could pop in too. I've been streaming later in the day this and last week because we've had a bit of a heat wave coming through, and I didn't want to stream in the middle of the heat. You know. Thanks for the helps. Gladly, yeah. I'm unironically glad that to offer that because like. Praise stuff aside, like it is just nice to hear sometimes. Sometimes we do need to hear that we're a good boy or a good girl or a good NB or whatever it is. Validation is kind of necessary. I'm awake when you're live, but sadly I've been working when you're live since I finally got a job. Congratulations on the job. Oh yeah, I can hear that rasp in my voice. I need to wrap up pretty soon. I'm sorry. Oh, it's Mari's birthday. Few more quick sips. Heat advisory over here. I feel your pain. Humid heat. Yeah. I think that pets. I see Alexandria. I see MXM. I see Black Yakima. I see Shark Sprite. I see Vil. I think we rated Vil pretty recently though. I see Ratskare. I think we rated Ratskare pretty recently. We rated Psywave recently. Koa's streaming. It's pretty cool. I think I'm torn between Koa and Mari. Because Mari's birthday, but I also haven't rated Koa in ages. Patreon request from May and June featuring Faulty. I think I'm dipping over to Koa's to see what she's up to. Yeah? Let's read Koa. Yeah, let's read Koa, everybody. Before we do that, last questions, comments, remarks, redemptions before we go. I am eepy. Oh, fancy hydrate. Okay. So when in doubt, pinky out. Can we see that my pinky is out indeed? Right. Yeah, I think if that's all we got, then let's go ahead and start the raid now. Ow. Alright, friends. Before we go, I like to do one last little vocal freebie. Oh, thank you for that, Pixie. Let me see if I can do it with my voice in its current condition. Okaeri nasai. Gohan ni suru? Ofuro ni suru? Soretomo wa tashi. And on that note, it's time for me to rest my voice and for you all to raid into Koa. Koa Pony. Koa is a friend of mine from the Brony music scene, and she's amazing. She's drawing some, looks like Invader Zim at the moment, hanging out with Faulty. Let's go. If you do not have this emote, then any heart will do. If you do have that emote, then I recommend you use that one. Bye-bye for now. Let's go. Oh my gosh, my voice is completely screwed. Bye-bye for now. See you on Wednesday. Tomorrow I will not be streaming. Bye-bye. Wait. Mwah. There it goes. It's only when I actually make the noise that it doesn't want to do anything. Bye!